What do you call that? When you clack, we don't have a marker. When you mark it in.
And marker. Yeah, one of those.
We don't have a marker. We just do 3 claps. Clap, clap, clap.
Okay, what are we smoking?
I'm smoking an Onyx Maduro.
I'm smoking a Sons of Anarchy Redwood Original, East 1967. I have no idea what to expect. I just lit it up. Never had this cigar. I don't think I've ever had a cigar from this company before either. So
it looks dangerous. Sons of Anarchy.
It's got a Reaper on the label.
Are you nervous?
That's how you know they mean business.
Yeah.
You nervous, Garrett? You scared?
No, not, man. I would never be
This
scared.
look like the face of fear.
It was a really sharp torpedo roll. Like normal torpedo rolls are pointy, but this is like extra pointy.
You didn't poke yourself, did you?
Nah, man.
Ooh.
I'm a seasoned vet. So you're smoking the Padilla Habano.
Yeah.
One of my go-to originals. I always like to have some of those in the humidor. Quite often, though, because I have those and I like those, and then when I'm on the podcast and I'm with friends, I want to smoke a cigar that I only have one of.
Mm-hmm.
So I give those away, and then those are better than the ones I'm smoking quite often. In fact, I might like that one more than this one.
That's fair.
Padilla Habano.
This guy.
I haven't had one of those like in a long time. But all right, thrilling week. It's Friday. I'm finally lit up. I gotta turn the flame down on my lighter. Look at this thing. If I can get the fucking thing started. There it goes. Too big. Gonna turn this down.
Yeah, there's some gnats in here. Again, when was the last time you went to an aquarium?
When I first came to Korea and I went to the Busan Aquarium, that was 4 years ago. Like 3 years and 7 months ago.
Can you crack that window, by the way?
Yeah.
So we got Gavin here. What's your last name? Malcolm Moore Mix?
Malcolm
Moore Mix a lot.
Dude,
No,
how'd you
it's-
remember that?
No, it was.
I remember it was
a made-up
goofy,
name.
Made-up name.
It is made up.
MacGruber. Was that
You're
it?
getting closer. It's MacGruber Dong. If we're being
Malcolm
formal.
McGrooks.
Dude, you see, the thing is, like, I have a bunch of aliases, and you guys are just nailing.
And
all
I'm
of
also
them.
we're coming up with better last names.
Exactly.
And you're
Did you find all my
considering
fake passports?
you're
Is that what-
considering changing because I know you made that first one up.
Yes. Fuck. No, it's McIntyre.
Yeah, you made that up.
McIntyre. McIntyre, right. I don't believe it. Not for a second.
But yeah, Gavin McIntyre, coworker, friend, returning guest on the show. We went
Mustache growing aficionado.
Yeah,
We found one, ladies and gentlemen. You thought they went extinct. They haven't. They exist.
He's
working on it.
He's about to start his own podcast all about mustaches.
Ooh.
I don't know shit about myself.
I would subscribe to that
See,
podcast.
I just didn't do anything.
I would
and
never
it
be able
happened.
to join that club because
I
I
know.
can't grow a mustache.
We say this all out of spite. Yeah, we say this out of spite because we can't really grow anything better than a pedo mustache.
Yeah, I can grow a mustache. It just doesn't look good. It
I mean,
looks
it's not-
terrible.
You know, when you work with kids, you need to be.
I
needs to be
need
careful
to
about that.
shave.
Yeah, that's the funny thing. You like, I work with kids. I'm gonna grow a mustache. It's like, when was that a good idea? Never.
What are you saying? What are you
But if you
saying?
have a beard, it works.
Yeah, that's the thing. You need to put clothes on the mustache.
Yeah.
Dude, you need to get a pipe because you got the mustache
That's
for the
fair.
pipe.
That's fair.
Also,
You know what I mean?
whenever you want to set yours down, you can put it down right there. Gavin, I'll make him reach. But yeah, we went to an aquarium today. I haven't been to an aquarium since I was like 10.
Was it fun?
It was
Did you see-
super cool.
Yeah, man.
It was super cool.
actually really enjoyable.
Dude,
Don't you dare troll.
My students are like, Garrett, teacher, we're bored. You're like, no,
No,
I'm looking
they
at the
never-
turtles.
They were never bored. They were all super excited.
dude.
No, man, let's look at the turtles.
It was rad.
Some aquatic hot dogs that can shoot lightning.
What? I don't
Sorry,
know.
sausages.
Oh yeah.
The electric eels.
We saw Amazon electric eels. They're massive.
They're super fat too.
Yeah.
Do you see the electricity?
No.
You just.
I don't think
This
that's
is-
how
this isn't a
electricity
Marvel
works.
movie.
Yeah.
I mean, when I'm. Hey, you know what's
You gotta
interesting?
get closer to this.
At nighttime,
This there.
at nighttime, when I'm in my bed, with
see
all the
the
lights off. No. When I'm under my comforter,
know
which
where
is
you're going with
fuzzy,
this.
like my fingers will rub the comforter, and I'll see the static electricity.
Well,
I'll
see,
see it at night because the lights are all off and it's pitch black, and then all of a sudden I see like the static electricity from my fingers.
Dude, no,
You know what
you're
that
a
is, dude.
superhero.
Yes, I am.
He beat me to it.
Sorry. I bullied my way into that.
Yeah.
You're a monster.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, they had a whole. I'd say about. Jesus Christ!
get your
I'm doing
life
the same
together.
thing. I've never done that.
Get
Look
your
what
life
you're doing,
together.
brother.
I wreck things. It's what I do.
I've never done that before. They had like 30 to 40% of their whole exhibit was all freshwater, like Amazon fish.
that's pretty interesting.
So they
yeah.
had these like giant ass.
Do they have caiman?
Cayman.
No, they didn't have.
They
caiman.
had piranhas. They had those big ass gar fish that are like man size almost.
Wow.
They were
I didn't know
enormous.
they were that big.
Yeah, they were like as big as me. Like weighed as much.
Do they have any giant ass catfish?
They did.
They didn't have giant ass catfish. Catfish can get to the size where they could eat a human.
That's fucked up.
They don't
That
even
shouldn't
have
be-
like they don't even have
Nothing
like
with
teeth.
whiskers should swim in the first place, but nothing with whiskers that swims should get that big.
What's crazy is some of those catfish, like, species, they don't even have, like, they just look like giant fat slugs. They don't even have, like, big, obvious fins. They're just like one giant ass fin. And they just look like a humongous slug
That's
That's
disgusting.
kind of that's
hiding
what
in a hole in the bottom of the lake.
I was telling you. Those freshwater fish are the most freaky because they don't look like colorful. They don't look like proper fish. Yeah, with fins and stuff like that. They just look like mushed up dinosaurs. There was a couple of these fish where it didn't look like an actual fish. It looked like a giant eel just got like squished sideways. So it didn't really have a tail fin as much as it had like this fat, stupid body with like a little tiny fin, like a small thin fin that goes all the way from its like neck all the way down to the tip of its tail, like an eel, and then a stupid little retarded back fin.
You offended so many people
Yeah,
just now.
but and then his face,
all one.
his face was just like pushed down, so it had this little tiny mouth, this insanely huge flat body, and then a little tiny retarded rear fin.
He's making a sport out of it.
So
Oh, man.
I'm telling you, this
Embrace
thing
it.
looked like a prehistoric, like wrongdoing,
Mentally
like someone,
handicapped
like
person.
someone messed up making this fish.
I just like how angry it made you.
I know Garrett gets fired up. He gets fired up, ladies and
He's just
gentlemen.
like offended that it exists.
yeah,
Like this shit is in
I'm
the
just,
same world.
I'm
as
looking
me.
at him like, why are you creeping me out, dude? Why are you creeping me out? Like I was just walking here, you jumped in front of my face, you fish.
I just came out here to party. I'm feeling really attacked right now.
Well, there's
Yeah.
other fish that are like odd, but that's cool. Like this one just looked like a joke. I'm like, why are you so big and why is your fin so tiny? Like, how this whole thing is being propelled by this little.
It's literally just to piss you off.
It might be.
That's it.
So, guys, verdicts on cigars. Mine's delicious as always. I always smoke these. What about your guys?
Okay,
Ooh, this
so-
is like, that is like some bitter, like almost licorice coffee. Wow, that's a crazy aftertaste. The
Put
first,
your dick away. He does this every once in a while.
Flexible.
how'd you see? I started stroking it so on the down low. No, but man, like the first 20 puffs, nothing, and then I just got a wacky, weird, like bitter. It wasn't a good one. It wasn't a good taste. It was kind of too much.
That is a razor sharp burn, my friend. That's someone knows how to roll. Someone knows how to roll.
Someone
a
knows how to
torpedo.
roll. Are we talking BJJ? Or are we talking
We're
cigars,
talking
man?
Cigars, man.
Dude, you want to roll, bro?
Yeah, normally with torpedoes, the likelihood that you're gonna get a plugged cigar, meaning that like you go to puff on it and you get no air coming through because they packed it too tight. The likelihood that you're gonna get a plugged cigar is like increased like tenfold
Yeah, that makes a
if
lot of
it's a
sense.
torpedo, because you have to roll them a very specific way so that you could taper it without making it too crowded. And this is a torpedo, so I was just like, well. Typically I don't really like torpedoes. One, you have a high likelihood of it being plugged. It also takes up more space in your humidor.
I also just don't like it, the way it fits in my mouth.
I don't mind it how it
I
fits.
feel
in
like
my
it's gonna slip out more
Is there any
easily.
benefit to it? Like,
I mean, it depends on the blend. Some, like, you never really know. It seems I'm not a master blender, but this is what I've read and this is what I've learned. you never really know which size or shape is going to be the best for the blend. So a lot of the times what they do is they just have a blend and they make it in a bunch of different shapes because each shape in each like, you know, sometimes it's a box press, sometimes it's an oval press, sometimes it's just a round cigar, traditional cigar. Sometimes, you know, it's a thicker ring gauge, skinnier ring gauge, because that messes with the ratios of wrapper and binder to filler leaves. Because if it's a really thick ring gauge, then you have a lot of filler leaves and the same amount of wrapper and binder, as opposed to a thinner cigar. Then wrapper and binder stay the same, but the filler is much less.
Now, is that a flavor ratio? Like, does the wrapper contribute flavor in a way that
Yeah.
flavor doesn't? And then
The wrapper, I mean, it's kind of debated. Wrappers, some people say are like 40%. Some even say more of the percentage of the flavor just comes from the wrapper. But a lot of people say that's bullshit. A lot of people say it's a combination of all of them. You know, like the filler leaves. There's a lot more tobacco in the filler leaves than just the wrapper. So how can you say just one tiny wrapper leaf is going to give 40% of the flavor? I don't know. It's definitely true that the wrapper is what you see, and so that's like part of the presentation of the cigar. And it's also like the highest quality leaves are used for wrapper. But that's, again, mostly aesthetics. Like there's no sunspots, there's no holes, there's no thick, ugly veins or weird discolorations. It's mostly like an...
Are we talking about your penis again?
No. What did you say?
You spot it.
I got a gorgeous... I got a gorgeous penis, let me tell
It's
you.
a handsome...
Handsome.
This is 2017. Once
In the
accused, you're
Koreans
guilty.
say a moshi soyo. Moshi soyo.
Does that mean spot dick?
That means
No,
delicious.
it means handsome migugogi. Ne migugogi jongma mashi soyo.
Is he saying your sausage?
Mashi
is-
soy?
Moshi soyo.
It's
Mole.
delicious.
Moshi soyo.
Instead of mole?
Yeah, I corrected myself.
Okay, that
Before
makes more
before
sense.
you correct me.
Because, like, yeah. It's a
Okay,
small
so-
difference.
And it's mashi soyo.
Yeah, mashi
It's delicious and handsome, says the lady friend. To which there's only one.
Okay, my cigar.
I need to clarify.
My
There's only
cigar
one lady friend.
is like a smoked leather, and it's bold, and then it gives the tongue like kind of a spicy feel on the tongue. I thought it was a pepper. This guy corrected me, but it makes my like tongue kind of zing up like it's almost touching a spicy pepper or something. You want to try it?
Yeah, sure.
Well, Garrett, also, you could have tasted something totally different from me because you had the first light. First lights always are usually kind of
Well, it
like
didn't change to me too
curveballs.
much. It didn't change to me too much. It seems to me like I was just categorizing that flavor wrong because I'm new to trying to. I've been smoking cigars a long time, but I haven't really been trying to dissect and lay down specific words for flavors until recently. This,
Yeah.
I mean, I have like cigars. I'm like, oh, I like that. Like I always liked a more like heavy. I like Maduros, so I like coffee robust flavors like earth and leather and smoke, coffee, cocoa. Like these are flavors that I always liked, but I never really put like a specific name to them forever. Like I
That makes
didn't really
sense.
know what to call it.
Yeah. So, granted, I have super limited knowledge on this, but
But you do have a mustache, so you have the floor.
oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it's all for credibility. That's it.
Yeah.
Um,
Trust him, man. He's got a mustache. He knows what he's talking about.
He's not gonna let this go.
it's okay, man.
No, you need a pipe, man. You gotta have a pipe with that.
I'll work on it just for you.
We're gonna get an intern one
Yeah.
day, and she will be able to bring you a pipe.
When you finish that cigar, just if the podcast isn't finished, just
Hold it.
hold the pipe.
You
Don't
got it.
you don't have to smoke. Just hold it.
just hold
You
it.
know, just part of the whole package.
I'm gonna get you a scarf too.
I have a scarf. I have a scarf.
And a
See,
flat cap.
I don't know about that. Dude, give me a top hat.
Top
I think I need more mustache
Nah, that's
to
too
pull
much.
off a top hat.
Yeah,
than-
Monocle.
that's too much.
a
Monocle.
monocle.
Can you wear a
Yeah.
top hat without? Can you wear a monocle without a top hat?
If
They're
you're bald
connected,
and
aren't
if you're the Monopoly
They
guy,
only sell them
if
together.
you're the Monopoly guy, you can't.
Let me try
But
yours.
so
All right.
I think last time I had the brick house, and that seems
Tastes
more
good.
similar
spitted that bitch up.
to the what is that? Walking
This
Dead
cigar?
Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, that's like the
cycling through.
That's the motorcycle show, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I've never seen it.
But
That is good. I forgot how good that is.
So the brick house I had last time tasted to me, and again, I don't know what the terminology, but spicier, sort of more like peppery or whatever you want to say. That tasted more similar to it. This one tastes a lot more like rounded, kind of. It's not like a sharp, spicy flavor. This feels lighter and it feels more
mild mix.
Hey, Gavin, let me try yours and you can try mine.
But so yeah, you haven't smoked too many cigars. How many cigars have you smoked?
I could probably count them on one hand.
Yeah, I know you had one with us, but I can't remember if you had smoked like before. It was never like a pastime?
No, and it was never good cigars. It was always shitty, like gas station cigars.
Yeah, that happens. Even those gas stations, usually the ash holds on longer, but you could see sometimes people that even seasoned vets will drop ash on the table. It's like just a thing about cigars that happens.
Apparently Winston Churchill he smoked 10 cigars a day, so he just didn't give a fuck. And his secretaries are always complaining about there's just ash everywhere. There'd be like ash on his belly. Like he'll be sitting down reading a book and he'll just ash on himself and he wouldn't even like be bothered to like do that. He just would be like, there's just ash on the carpet, ash on the table, ash on his big belly as he's sitting down reading. He doesn't give a fuck.
I like that.
If you smoke 10 cigars a day and live to be 91, like, do you really think you're going to give a fuck?
Oh, shit, dude. That reminds me. I was thought of you guys when I read this. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but Gary Oldman, the actor Gary Oldman?
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah, fucking everything. I forget what movie it was.
Thanks.
But he smoked $20,000 worth of cigars while filming some movie and got serious nicotine poisoning.
Really?
Why? Every single scene required him like
something. Here, let me see if I can find
$20,000.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Yeah, I don't.
Just take the band off and give him a okay cigar. You don't have to give him
make a fake band.
Yeah,
or give him a fake cigar. Like they have them.
How do you'd get nicotine sick before you'd get poisoned?
Right. Gary Oldman smoked $20,000 worth of cigars while filming Darkest Hour and experienced serious nicotine poisoning.
That's probably he got cigar sick.
He probably
they're being dramatic.
Yeah, they're probably being. It's probably clickbait bullshit. He's probably just like, I felt woozy.
Oh, I gotta put it down. I'm getting sick.
Yeah, cigar poisoning.
I've gotten even when I was in Okinawa with my friends, we were like doing some day drinking like house party with all of his military friends, and I decided that we were on the military base, and I saw that they had cigars for like a really good price, so I bought a bunch and I brought some back. But what is it? I had a huge. We're talking like 8-inch by 60 gauge brick house Maduro. It was enormous. It was the biggest brick house I've ever seen. I have like one other cigar that's in my humidor that's that size, but I've only smoked a few cigars that are that.
It wasn't
big.
8 inches though.
It was 7.5. It was like a Churchill, but it seemed longer than a normal Churchill. But it was like 60 gauge.
Wow, that's
or like 58. It was just really huge. It was like one of the biggest cigars I ever smoked. But about halfway through it, I got super cigar sick, and I think it was also because I was drinking like all day. But I literally had to go.
That'll do it.
I had to do like a 3-hour nap.
Yeah, I've been there. So when I first moved to Korea, I didn't have any cigars, and when I first moved to Korea, I looked online to see if there's any, like, I even called a couple companies to be like, hey, do you guys ship to Korea? And they all said no. But eventually at the end of my first year in Korea, like the very, very end of my first year in Korea, so I had been in Korea for maybe 12 months, but my first contract was a 14-month contract.
Okay.
I finally found a company that would ship to Korea. So I had I ordered like a ton of cigars. The freaking CEO of the company called me and was like, "Hey man, are you gonna like sell these And I was like, no. He's like, why? We usually sell like 1 box, 2 boxes. You're ordering like 5, 6 boxes.
Jesus.
He's like, are you sure? Like, he's like, I don't even know if we can get this like through customs. They might like open the box and charge you with a fat duty fee. Like, I'm talking to the dude. He's like, you bought too many cigars.
It's like, we sell these.
We sell cigars and you're buying
you're
too many of me. And he called me and he was like, okay, what's your story? And I was like, dude, I have a big humidor and it's completely empty and it's just begging to be filled up. And it's been 12 months of me working full time with no cigars. I'm dying to fucking fill this humidor up, right? So then he was like, all right. Okay, I understand this kid, right? So that like,
I understand I have a problem, but this is the situation.
Yeah, so I mean, I ordered like I think like $900 worth of cigars. Like, it was a lot. But I mean, I only smoked I think 2 or 3 a week. So that lasted me. I mean, I still have one cigar from that first purchase. So that one cigar has been in my humidor for almost 3 years. Anyway, and then the other one I smoked in Tark was at my house, and my friend Tark is like, "Oh, this cigar is bad. It's old and bad." And I was like, "What are you talking about? The cigar I'm smoking right now is 3 years old, and it's freaking phenomenal." So because it's old doesn't mean anything.
That's fair.
I mean, if it was stored correctly,
it might mean it's better.
Yeah, it's probably better. Anyway,
often.
and when he said it's
That makes
old, he
sense.
meant like it's like a month old. I'm like, oh my god,
He doesn't
you're
know
such a
what he's
noob.
That sounds. Yeah.
Anyway,
And-
long story short, my first cigar from that giant order that I placed, it was the middle of winter in Korea, and so it was freezing cold, and I didn't have air circulation. So then I lit up a cigar, and then I was like, "Oh man, this is good." It's been like a year, really, and then I got so cigar sick because the smoke just wasn't leaving my apartment because I didn't have enough windows open because I didn't want to open the windows because it was freezing cold. So I just remember laying in bed, being like, I had the spins. I had the spins just from a cigar. I didn't drink any alcohol. It was just me in my apartment on like a Wednesday night, and I got so cigar sick just because I was hotboxing. I didn't try it out at hotbox. It just ended up that way. Happens to the best of us.
Oh, and I checked. He's playing Winston Churchill.
Ah.
So that makes a lot more sense.
Oh yeah, I know. Okay, so
How
yeah,
the
I saw
fuck does Gary Oldman play Winston Churchill?
In a big
he
old fat
puts
suit.
he put on a fat suit. I saw the trailer for that movie and it looked good.
Gary Oldman's a chameleon though, dude. He's been in so many things where.
So this
you're
is
like,
a movie that
"That's
hasn't come out
Gary
yet?"
Oldman? Yeah, I guess it's coming out soon-ish.
Also, you're not a real English actor unless you've played Winston Churchill at some point. Like I feel like
That's a rule. Yeah, that's a rule.
every single prominent English male actor has to play Winston Churchill at some point.
The other thing is they're never gonna stop making movies about him.
Yeah.
So
And after you play Winston Churchill, you also have to play Hitler if you're an English actor. Because you can't get an American guy to play Hitler. You have to get some European dude.
that's true.
Otherwise, Americans won't buy it.
Here's the thing
Brad
is-
Pitt is not Hitler.
Here's the other thing is you're the only American whose British accent and German accent are exactly the same.
And my Middle Eastern accent and my Australian accent.
Yeah, just everything.
They're
that you
all just me talking different.
It's like
I actually can do a Southern accent though.
Hmm?
I realize
Can you?
I can, but I realized this. I realized this when I was Joe Dirt for Halloween. That if I commit to trying to do an accent, it'll take me a while, but by maybe like half hour into it, I'll actually get some traction.
But you can't do it on the fly.
Yeah, but if it comes to me talking like this and then just saying a line in a Southern accent, I'll just get it so wrong. But I taught a whole class in a Southern accent out of just boredom the other day.
pretty bored.
And I got pretty good at speaking in a Southern accent.
Dude, I have a student who is as bad at accents as you are. If it makes you feel better. Because when we're reading and they're like, if we're
doesn't.
reading something super... It doesn't. Why would that help? I'll just have them read and I'll pick accents for each of them and then I have to do them as they read.
What kind of class do you have that you could do that?
It's Pascal.
Oh, so
they're sixth graders. They're basically fluent in
Oh,
English. so.
okay. What accents can they do?
None is the answer. They can do a Korean accent, which is like they do a way over the top.
They
one.
like mock their own
Yeah.
Korean accent.
And
That's
one
pretty
of
cool.
them does a really good Japanese accent.
I want to hear that.
Dude, the holy shit.
Oh, Gavin teacher. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I can't do it.
Yeah, it's racist if we do it.
Jesus Christ, did you?
Yeah, our
Jesus
friend, my flatmate's girlfriend, like she said this. She said Jesus Christ, and I'm pretty sure everyone in the room was like, "What?" Everyone just stopped what they're doing, and they're just like, "What did she just say?" She said, "Jesus Christ." Jesus Christ.
Just add as many
Jesus Christ.
syllables as you can.
And she said it like 5 times. Like she didn't say it once and then realize, oh, I said that really wrong and everyone thinks it's hilarious. She said it like 5 times and just was oblivious that she was saying it so weird. Jesus Christ.
She's such a funny chick. I'm kind of glad Chris is sticking with her because I always thought they were a funny couple.
Yeah, I think she's a good catch.
She's a good catch. Her friends are wild though.
Wild
her
friends.
Cousins.
Oh, are these
I
the
wanted-
cousins that I've heard about?
Yeah, you've heard about it.
I want to go back to the Hamilton Hotel pool party.
I know.
I had a great time.
Dude, we went to Gavin's lived in Korea for 4 years, and every summer, I was here the first summer he was here, and then I went home for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And then now I'm back. But ever since when I was first there, we were like, dude, apparently the Hamilton Hotel has a cool pool party, and Koreans, they don't normally wear swimsuits, as you know, and they don't really have a beach culture.
Meaning they don't really tan.
They don't go tanning. They don't wear bikinis. When I first went to Incheon Beach, which is a beach town, the beach was just littered with people in tents. They literally put up tents. And and then of the 20 people that were in the ocean, they were wearing like t-shirts
And
over
shorts.
and shorts over. They were
Over
either
their swimsuits.
over their swimsuits or just not wearing swimsuits at all.
Dude, that's so weird.
I know.
Garrett and I were the only people wearing swimsuits.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, it was.
Especially
In a
that must
beach town.
because I
Yeah.
mean I hate the beach.
We already covered
But
this.
yeah, we've covered this. But
Because you're white? Like too white?
no, because I hate sand and
Oh.
I hate the heat.
You
and
hate
I
the
hate
heat?
crowds.
You just gotta jump in the water.
Well, so my mom.
I'm pretty
was a-
sure I'm not gonna sell you on the beach right now.
This is not gonna happen.
But-
this is years of like internalizing
we
hatred.
could
for the
have this
beach.
awkward moment where I try to sell you on the beach and you're just not picking up. You're not buying what I'm selling, and I'm not gonna let it go, and it's just gonna get more awkward.
Right now
I know what you're doing here. I know what you're trying to
Listen,
do.
man, the beach is great, and like if you can't understand that, well, then there's something wrong with you, and we're not gonna change topics until you understand how. That's like me trying to tell my dad he should wear a watch, and he's trying to tell me, no, I got this electromagnetic, impulse thing that just kills watches, and I was like, no, Dad, you just made that up, and he's just like, no, I really do, and blah blah blah.
He has
It just kills
superpowers.
watches. I was like, Dad, have you ever had like a $200 watch? He's like, no. And I was like, well, maybe the watches you're wearing are just shit and they just break.
It's just bad watches.
He's like, yeah, I get this watch,
How
and
do I
it's,
deal with
within 6 months it's dead. I'm like, and then what happened? He's like, and then I got another battery, and then within 6 months it's dead. I'm like, well, maybe it's just a shitty watch. So I just don't believe him. And then finally he tells me this. He tells me this again, and I was like, Dad, go on the internet and find an article saying that that's a real thing. And then he did. And then in that same article, it said, okay, you could get those watches that don't have a battery. They just, with your arm swing, there's like a magnet and some copper coils, whatever.
Found an article about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Apparently
wow.
it's a real thing.
Some people just kill watches.
Yeah, they're. I mean, everybody's bodies has some sort of electronic
Electrical impulses.
electrical impulse or some shit, and some people it like kills watches. But they say if you have one of those watches that are solar paneled watches, or if you have a watch that when you swing your arm, it's got a little pendulum thing that makes
like a
enough
kinetic
juice.
charge.
He says you could buy one of those. I was like, well, there you go, Dad. A, you proved that you were not full of shit, but B, you also learned that you should buy a watch because you can. It just has to be a specific kind of watch.
See, Gavin wants our dad to be like this seasoned, leathered, fashion-forward, cool dad.
I mean, the
put
dude's
on Instagram.
Our
It's all for the
father,
gram. It's all for the gram.
yeah, like for his birthday, I bought him a cocktail book, and that book is just probably in the garbage can, and if it's not in the garbage can, it's collecting dust somewhere because he didn't even open the book not once. I was like, Dad, I bought that for a reason. I thought it would be a good gift. He's like, I don't like sweet cocktails. I'm like, Dad, there's a lot of cocktails that aren't sweet. You just not make those ones, And I was like, Dad, you're upper middle class. You need to have a bar.
He has
in your house. You need to have a bar.
Gavin's got a specific set of criteria of what makes a middle-aged man.
Right.
A middle-aged and upper middle class man.
If it doesn't fit his definition, then it's just wrong.
Yeah.
It's just wrong.
See,
it's just sad, is what it is. Sad.
Our dad is he's a handsome older man, and to this day, I think he's the best wingman there is. When you're his son, because then every chick looks at him, they're just like, all right, Garrett and Gavin are going to grow into strapping older men, but he's a simple man. Like half of his wardrobe are clothes that he got for free from his construction company.
That's how my dad is.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say simple, man. He just has simple taste.
He just doesn't like spending money, and he's not looking to impress anybody because he's married.
Yeah, like for example, our dad. I was like, Dad, do you ever get like a nice, coffee with a French press? It just tastes delicious. He's like, nah. He's like, why would I buy coffee when I get free coffee at work? I was like, you mean that shitty ass coffee that is just on the pot all day at the construction job? He's like, yeah, it's free. I mean, I just drink that. I was like, French press, like Colombian organic, blah blah blah. Like it's delicious. He's just like, but it's who cares? And I was like, I care. I care, Dad. Get the good shit.
My brother does the same shit to my dad, to the point that he just orders shit on Amazon, ships it to my dad's house. He's like, you're gonna use this now?
Yeah.
No, my dad's the same way, except it's like, it's not because he doesn't want to impress anyone. It's because he's just lazy. He's wearing the same hoodies that he got 20 years ago, that he's been working out in for 20 years, that are ripped up, and he just doesn't want to. He just can't be bothered to go out and buy other clothes.
Yeah, I totally get that, but
shopping is a chore. Anybody who tells you different, they're just chicks.
I don't enjoy shopping at all. But I do enjoy having nice things. So that is the dilemma.
Yeah.
Because I need to go buy those things.
I like having nice clothes, but going shop the best part about shopping to me is once you finally get it, something that you like, and you're like, okay, it's over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, go home now.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Whereas, God forbid you go shopping, you don't find anything that fits or anything that looks good.
I have to do this shit again.
You're just like, that was a giant waste of my Saturday. I am furious. I was telling Victor this. I was telling Victor that when I have these anxiety.
That's probably going to fall pretty soon, the ash.
Yeah, you might want to ash that.
Yeah.
So just lightly press it.
Press the ash.
Like this.
Lightly press the ash off, yeah. Boop. Boop. Yeah, there you go. Don't flick it or tap it.
It's the boop. It's the boop technique. You gotta boop.
Yeah, so I have this thing where when I feel stressed, when I have high anxiety, my back tightens up. Anyway, so I was telling my friend, my flatmate Victor about this, and I was telling him, I was like, yeah, my back was so tight for so long. I eventually went to a back specialist here in Korea. And they looked at my back and they were like, oh, your back's fine, but do you exercise? And then my girlfriend in Korean told him, yeah, he exercises a lot. And then he was like, oh, you're tight because you're exercising too much. And I'm thinking, well, that's fucking bullshit, because when I'm doing deadlifts, my back feels great. But when I'm in the middle of something stressful, or if my kids are not listening or whatever, in the classroom, then my back tightens up when I have anxiety. So anyway, the doctor is like, okay, your back's fine. You just need to relax and massage it out. So then he puts me on this table that massages me. And I was like, how long do I have to be here? And they're like, an hour. And I was like, whoa, I don't want to be here an hour.
It's that's making you more
anxious. So meanwhile, I'm on this bed that's massaging me and warming my back up and supposed to be relieving these knots. But the whole time, I'm thinking about, this is my Saturday. I paid money for this. The doctor basically said, you're fine, you just need to chill. And now I'm wasting another hour of my time on this massage table. So as I'm on this massage table, I'm getting more angry and my back is getting tighter. at the same time that's supposed to be massaging me.
But is it giving you a massage?
Yeah. But I'm just like, but the thing that annoyed me is it was giving me such a minor massage. It felt felt like a girl or a little kid was doing this, like poking me. And I was like, no, I need someone to dig in there with their elbows. So I was like, this isn't doing enough and it's wasting time. And I'm furious. And so I left that doctor's office after an hour massage, fucking furious, and my back was so tight. like I was so mad. Yeah, and then it wasn't until later that I realized if I do breathing exercises, I could chill the fuck out. So I do breathing exercises.
And get a real massage.
Yeah, or get a real massage.
Every once in a while.
Yeah. Me and Lily, my girlfriend, we might do that. We might get those Thai massages that you told us about.
Oh, yeah.
We might do that this weekend just because. So, or go to a bathhouse. So
those help too.
Jim Jabung. By the way, if you guys ever want to go to Jim Jabung, I'm always down. We don't have to do the whole experience. We could just go straight to the bathhouse, not the fomentation rooms. In Korea, they have these bathhouses, and it's like a giant, almost all-day event. We have these fomentation rooms where the rooms are like pretty hot, but they're not quite saunas. And then you go from room to room. Each room's got a different thing, like a clay room, a charcoal room, a salt room, an oxygen room, a cold room, blah, blah, blah. And then you do all the rooms, and then you go to the bathhouse. And then the bathhouse has got these dry saunas, wet saunas, salt baths, mugwort baths, jade baths, massaging, waterfall things, jets that shoot you in the shoulders and massage your shoulders.
Not all of them have that, and that was the best part about that last one.
Yeah.
Just the nice ones would do that.
But if we go to one of those, we could just skip the fomentation rooms, just jump in the sauna, because that'll get, I think, the job done a lot faster.
Yeah,
instead of spending 4 hours.
Yeah. I would like to do one hot room, the cold room, and then just go straight to the saunas.
Yeah, I had my first Jim Jabung experience like last weekend before. Was that last weekend?
Was that with anybody?
No, that was the fucking when I was going to meet that girl.
Yeah.
And then we couldn't find each other.
But did you do the bathhouse stuff?
I did, but so it was a shitty one because it was close to her hotel. Because we had been talking all day. It was like, all right, let's find a good one. We'll meet up there. And I found a good one near here. And then she's like, actually, I'm gonna go meet my friend for dinner. I was like, oh, okay, sure. We'll do it afterwards. And I'm like, so a couple hours later, I'm like, all right, what's the deal? She's like, we're actually let's go to this one because it's really close to my hotel. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's across the city though. It's in Hongdae. So it's a 40-minute subway ride. It's still a 20-minute taxi ride. It's $20. I'm like, all right, fuck it. This girl was on vacation here from the Philippines, so she was leaving the next day.
She was hot as shit.
Yeah.
In Hongdae, it sucks going all the way there, but then after you finish, there's plenty to do.
Yeah, that's the thought. I'm like, all right,
Hongdae
we'll go there.
The party capital of the world.
Dude, Hongdae is awesome. It's like
it's for new viewers. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I mean, so it's like a big nightlife area, but there's also it's a younger scene. It's this neighborhood that's based around the top art school in Korea. So like there's this one street that's just, you'll see like dance groups and like street musicians and all sorts of shit like that. And then there's just a shit ton of restaurants and bars and clubs, and it's an awesome place. But so I figured, I'll go there. We'll do this, and it's a long ride, but I'll be there, and then we can go do a bunch of other stuff after.
Yeah,
and then go do a bunch of other stuff.
She's from out of town, out of Seoul, so she would love Hongdae.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like any time I have a new person visiting, I'm like, all right, we're going to Hongdae at some point. Yeah, Hongdae is awesome. I've yet to see a single party district in a single other city that's on par with Hongdae. Yeah, and Hongdae is one of many party districts in Seoul.
Dude, it's ridiculous. I love that place. And dude, even just not only the party stuff, like there's good shopping there, there's awesome food there.
Tons of restaurants, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's an awesome place. Anyway, so I figure, I'll bite the bullet, I'll go out, get a cab, $18 later, 25 minutes later.
You missed the part. So
no, I heard everything.
He matched with a super hot chick. I saw the pictures of her. She's a traveling model.
Yeah.
She sends him a bunch of bikini pics. And this last Friday, I see this chick. I'm like, well done, sir.
Yeah, nice.
So this was that night.
She's like a Russian girl or something.
Philippines.
Yeah,
Philippines.
Filipino.
Yeah, there's a lot of Russian models in South Korea.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Are they really models?
No, I mean, like my old job in Apgujeong, I saw them all the time. There must have been some like modeling agencies or something because I saw them all the time. And they
Apgujeong,
stick out like a sore thumb. They're white, they're tall, they're skinny as fuck, and they're like clearly just Russian, models from Siberia who are here doing runway shows and stuff. So, yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, so this
They
chick,
always seem to look at me like, ooh, he looks delicious.
it's got to be what it is.
Yeah. Maybe I made that last bit up. But
They heard your nickname.
And remember that is
Gavin
Mashisoyo.
Stallion. I don't know. What's my nickname?
Spot Dick.
Spot Dick.
It sounds like Sputnik.
Is that my nickname now?
Dick goes into
We
space.
established that earlier.
Spot Dick? No, we established it's Moshisoyo Hago Mashisoyo.
Which everyone knows that's Korean for spot dick.
No, it's
Exactly.
handsome and delicious.
One of my kids actually said her mom said she was 7-year-old girls giggling in the corner. They're like, Jeannie's mom said I shouldn't have said that. But so and so's mom says you're Moshisoyo. And I didn't know what that meant, so I went downstairs and I was asking someone else, and they were like, was it Mo or Ma? I was like, Mo, and they were like, ah, yeah, that's handsome. I was like, okay, cool. I thought her mom said that it was delicious, which would have been,
Yeah.
that would have put me in an interesting
Handsome
spot.
is, I feel like, Korean's favorite English word.
Dude,
Because
Handsome man.
every
Handsome
Korean
man.
knows that word.
and Korean dudes will just tell you you're handsome.
yeah.
They're super.
My students said George Washington. One of my students like, Gavin, just George Washington, handsome man, handsome, tall, handsome face, good, strong man.
George
I was just
Washington
like,
looks like
dude,
if
you
Mar-
were all about George Washington.
George Washington looks like if Meryl Streep had a bad day.
Yeah, I was like, when I see George Washington, I'm not thinking all those things. I'm thinking like, well, you lived a long time ago with that haircut. You know what I mean? Like
George Washington was tall
He
and
was 6'3".
white as fuck. Like his like cheeks and nose were all rosy, like that old man rosy.
yeah.
Yep.
Like
Oh.
blood vessels are like just a millimeter
Rosacea,
under.
yeah. Okay, so good to finish that. I had never been to a jjimjilbang before, so, and I'm not. I never played sports or anything in high school, so I'm not super accustomed to being naked in a room with a bunch of naked dudes.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck it, it'll be a new experience, and it should be worth it to meet up with this girl. And
It's always fun to drop those drawers. You're just like, and here we go. Drops the underwear.
Here we go.
Throw that in the locker room. You're like, I don't care, right?
Look at me not giving a shit.
Look at my fucking dick and balls. My asshole when I bent over to take these. It's like, look
Dude,
at my.
are you sweating?
It's like when you bend over to let him down. You're like, anybody looking back there? No one.
Nope. All right.
Well, it's a pity.
Jesus.
Dude, you're really proud of your asshole.
No, man.
I hate it when I'm at the gym.
Wait, you guys don't think that?
I hate it when I hate it when I'm at the gym and I drop the drawers. Like I don't really care being naked, especially at the gym. I go to the gym all the time, so I'm used to it by now. I've lived in Korea a while. You get naked, everyone gets naked in the locker rooms. But
Turns you on a little bit. So what?
it still gets me when like I'm like, all right, get everything in the backpack ready, and then the underwear is the last thing to go, so that I can just go put it in the locker and then go right to the shower. But whenever I'm like, all right, underwears go, blah, blah. Oh, shit, I forgot to put, like, my cell phone in the backpack. Then I have to, like, squat down naked now and, like, get the
Naked
backpack
squatting.
out and put the thing. And I'm just like, shit. Like, a side of me is just like, oh, you're exposed. You know what I mean? Like,
You're vulnerable. You're vulnerable.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
if I'm naked, if I'm like, chest up, I'm totally fine. But if I'm like, still digging in my backpack naked, I'm like, this ain't good.
This is like
ain't
you're
This
you're
ain't
an
good.
elk at a watering
Yeah,
hole,
yeah,
and you're
I
like,
feel
shit,
like-
I'm about to get
yeah,
jumped.
I'm like, all right, there's either a tiger in the bushes behind me or there's a gator in the water in front of me.
Either way, my dick and balls are exposed.
They're now touching the
And
floor.
they are a prime target.
One time, the last couple times I came out of the shower, and right as I walk out, Ramsey's in there, our other coworker.
Whoa.
And he's just like, hey, man. I'm like, it's you. He's like, how you doing? I'm just like, I'm just hanging out naked. I didn't even get around to working out. I've just been naked this whole time.
I had a British friend, and every time I'd walk into the locker room, he would always have like just put his underwear on, and he was like, "Oh, you missed the show."
That's my line.
No, he said this 2 years ago.
No, that's my line. I came up with that because
Nah,
John
two
saw
years
me
ago.
come out of the shower, and I was like, fuck. How do I make this unweird real quick?
Yeah, well, you know,
Shit, I thought that was mine.
Kyle got you beat 2 years ago.
Damn you, Kyle.
Fucking Kyle.
British witty humor.
Monsters.
Is he the guy that's like, the bar ain't bending?
You pretended.
You pretended.
Yeah. He's the guy that introduced me to chalk and made me feel like a fool when I was doing deadlifts. Because I'm like, yeah, I'm doing 265 deadlifts, pretty stoked, and he's just like 350. I was like, fuck. He just did 100 pounds more than me. And what's crazy is I saw his family. His family came and visited him. He's got 2 sisters. He's the runt of the litter. His fucking sisters are big women.
Jesus.
Big girls. I was like, whoa, I thought you were big. And then I saw your sisters. Holy shit, what are their deadlifts?
What are they deadlifting?
Like, dude, they're big girls. I mean, they weren't like buff. They were just big. They don't even work out, I'm pretty sure. But it's pretty funny. At Tarek's wedding, Kyle and his girlfriend Jordan, who was my coworker, they sent a video saying like, hey, Tarek, you know, congratulations on the wedding, blah, blah, blah. But they did this like video with Stonehenge in the background. Like they purposely and like knowing Kyle, I'm like, that is so Kyle's humor. He's just like, we can't just make a video like, hey, we're in England with like anything in the background. We have to have something England.
We are definitely in England.
Yeah, it's like there's Stonehenge in the
promise.
background. It's just, I thought it was so funny. He was the guy who would always say quality. I would like tell him something. He's just like, quality, mate. Quality.
Oh
And then he would also, for his birthday, he was the guy that showed me screen golfing. And it was because for his birthday, he was like, let's go screen golfing. And I was like, okay. He's like, yeah, but like you have to dress like you're going real golfing. And I was like, huh? He's like, yeah, it'll be hilarious. Like we all dress like we're going golfing for real, but it's just screen golfing. So this dude went shopping. He bought like a visor. A visor, right? Not a cap, but a visor, right? He goes, he buys a visor, he buys a plaid button-up shirt, short sleeve. He tucks it into these weird, wacky looking shorts, and he pulls his socks like long socks, pulls them up. And then he walks into the screen golf place in the middle of the day, and it's like with the visor, it's like we're ready to golf. It's like him and his girlfriend.
None of the Koreans get it.
Him and his girlfriend had couple golf like outfits. They both had visors. They both had like polos and shit. And it was like you spent probably $100 on that outfit just to make the dude who works at the screen golf place be like, what? And I was just like, I'm sold. Hook, line, and sinker. That's fucking awesome. That's commitment. Yeah. I didn't dress up like that. Like, I'm not going to go buy a hat to never wear again ever just to make the dude who works there be like, why are you wearing that hat?
Yeah, it's for mild reaction.
We're indoors. Why are you wearing for the people who don't know what screen golf is.
That is a lot of effort for like such a mild payoff.
Yeah, it's just his.
But that almost makes it better.
Yeah, exactly.
That's his sense of humor. So I'm thinking, of course, Stonehenge is in the background for his video. Like, I mean, where is Stonehenge? Is it like a long drive from London?
It's in England.
I have
That's
no
all I
fucking
know.
idea where it is.
It's in England.
I know it's somewhere on the British Isles, but I have no idea where.
I think it's close to Scotland, so it's probably up north.
Yeah, I don't know.
would
He
imagine.
probably drove 2 hours just to be like, ha. And of course, he did. And classic British humor, he didn't even point it out. He didn't mention it. It's just like, hey, we're just doing our English thing, just hanging out. Stonehenge. It's what British people do. We just hang out, make videos. He didn't even address it. And like, I was like, oh God, Stonehenge is in the background. Like, I was just dying laughing. I'm pretty sure all the Koreans didn't get the joke at all. I was the only one. Again, very elaborate.
Imagine he's just like, oh, I need to send a video to Tarek. We got to go to Stonehenge.
I know we're going to Stonehenge.
It's a 3-hour drive, but it'll be worth it. There and back. Just there for like a 5-minute video.
Yeah, that's the only
They've
thing
been
they
there
did.
like 20 times, you know? It's not even like, who cares, you know? They're like, this will be funny to them for me to think about.
Yes. The concept is funny.
I was like, yes! Like, I was just like, nailed it. Like, it's like me. So here I am, you know, in the States, and it's just like, blah, blah, blah. And there's like Mount Rushmore in the background, but I never say anything. Just like, yeah, just a typical day. But hey, I want to say congratulations. You know, I got like a fucking American like cap with the American flag on it. Just like,
bald eagle shirt.
yeah, just me doing my normal thing here in America with a
and
gun.
You got an itch on your head, and you like itch it with a gun.
Yeah,
You just put it right back down.
yeah.
You just you don't mention that you have a gun. You just oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, anyway, so top of the hat to you with a gun. You're like,
Yeah.
Turn it slowly and the
Be
camera and bite
hilarious.
into a burger.
Yeah.
yeah,
Put the gun down, pick up the burger,
Coca-Cola, and then a burger.
and then it like,
so anyway.
and then it like cuts. And it's just like also blah 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 says hi, and she's like, oh hey, she's got like a hot dog or something. Hilarious.
Yeah, or that'd be like the equivalent of like you and I being in like at the Hollywood sign.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just being like, oh, okay, man. Well, cool,
Ooh,
man. We
see.
miss you. You know, down here in LA, we miss you, dude. So,
Yeah.
anyways, just have a good one. You know, just typical day here. You know, just hanging out. You know.
We just hang out at the Hollywood side, no big deal. It's what we do here in LA. It's just,
Did you see it? Actually, you were probably in Korea. I don't know about you. When someone turned into Hollyweed.
Hollyweed?
Hollyweed.
No, I have no
they
idea.
changed it to
They changed it to
Hollyweed.
Hollyweed, and it was
Whoa.
like that. I think for a couple days.
Oh, someone like went to the Hollywood sign.
Yeah.
Ah.
And then like painted. They
Yeah.
put a little dash and a black. On
Yep.
it. Wow.
They blacked some stuff out, and then they added a dash and made it Hollyweed.
to make the O's look like E's. That's classic.
Someone's like,
stoners.
God damn it, now we got to go fix it.
Yes, it was like, fuck
But
that.
you're
That's
like-
my Saturday.
But they're like, we did just legalize weed, so
so
maybe
there
it's
you go.
better.
Yep.
Could you hook me up with an ice cube?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, marijuana is fully legalized in California. Oh, in all of California in January.
Really?
Yeah,
For recreational use.
recreational.
Not even medical, which medical was essentially a joke.
And somehow, just stoners are still complaining about it.
Yes.
I don't understand some people.
Stoners like my little bro.
Yeah,
I love Taylor.
When I say stoners, I was alluding to my little brother Taylor.
Okay, so like stoners like my little brother, when they're legalizing weed, here's the thing.
It's like a trendy thing. Oh, now weed's trendy. Boo! I don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
You're like gonna be a weed hipster.
It's like, dude, you love weed, and now that it's legalized, you're like, oh, it was better before.
No, he'll be like, no, man, what you didn't read the small print in the legislation. It's gonna do this. It's gonna do this, and you know, they're paranoid because they smoke weed a lot, so they think like it's gonna blow up into some extra thing. Like, just wait, man. Like you understand.
Wait, man,
I don't
now it's
like
gonna
the-
be everywhere.
I don't know what they're doing. They're the corrupt corporations. You know, they're hijacked the system. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like he.
as if
one of the main things he was like, Marlboro just unveiled that they're gonna come out with like a marijuana cigarette. And I was like,
okay.
smart on their part. I mean, they don't want to go under because nobody, a lot of people aren't smoking cigarettes anymore. I'm like, what's the like? Why are you making it such a drama? Why you-
Corporations, man.
And the other thing is,
Corporations.
like,
Yeah.
big
as-
companies.
As if that's gonna stop people from selling weed out of their garage.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
they're
oh.
just shit, it's legal. Guys, pack it up, go home, we're done.
They're gonna sell out to the corporations.
Yeah,
but
or I'm
then,
like-
you know, your humble weed dealer down the street screwed, man. We can't do this. I can't stand for that. I voted no.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Yeah. I was
can't-
like, dude, you are so much more of a weed head than me, and he's like so like anti this weed law.
These poor, just honest, hardworking pot dealers out here.
Yeah, man,
They're just getting screwed.
they're just fucking
There's
sitting
no
on that
future
couch,
for 'em now.
sitting on that couch eating cereal, and then now they got to get a real job. it's like, is that your argument? That's not an argument. Go
It's
to
not,
go to
yes.
school, go to college. Come on.
I was gonna say, what is it? So when I was in LA, after being in Korea the first time,
Your
I,
ash is gonna fall.
I came back and I was just
Gavin.
like, you know what? Being in Korea, I drank a lot. I drank a lot, and then when I moved back to the States, I had a girlfriend. I wasn't going to that many parties because my fraternity had essentially closed down. My girlfriend was still in college at the time, my ex-girlfriend, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna give marijuana another shot because it's way healthier.
Oh my god.
way easier on the body. You know what I mean? I like to go to work out, but it's like, all right, every freaking week I have to go work out hungover at some point, and it sucks. It ruins your sleep, you know. Whereas like weed, you sleep better. You know what I mean? You sleep. You don't dream as much, but you sleep harder. So I was like, I'm gonna give weed another shot. And so I get a medical license, which was the biggest joke ever. I go to the hardest part about getting a medical license was finding parking in Venice. Like that was tough. That part was actually difficult. We drove for 20 minutes looking for a fucking parking spot. When we finally get to the dock to sign over, he's like, "What's your ailment?" I'm like, "I get headaches, man." And he's like, "That sounds terrible." Signed the sheet. Didn't even look at me once. He did not even look at me once.
I mean, he knows the drill. He knows what's going on.
So I was like, "Man, that was easy." And then I was like, "Okay, so where can I get weed?" There's a couple places in my neighborhood. I had to walk down the street. It was like a
Powerful.
Wow.
Powerful.
Good
But
for
I even
you.
turned away from the microphone just to not be rude, but
Yeah.
I'm sure that was.
I had to do a 15-minute walk down the street, a 15-minute walk in beautiful LA, Southern California.
Poor thing.
It was pretty nice. But then I realized my next door neighbor sold weed. So then I was like,
Everyone sells weed.
you know what? Why do a 15-minute walk when I could just knock on the door next to me?
But I mean, like you didn't. I mean,
I would go. I would purchase.
this is a
from
very
that
great
shop.
fictional story about you doing an illegal drug.
Yeah, I would never.
It's
do
a great
an illegal
fictional
drug.
story
I
you
act-
just stated there.
I
But
actually
like
had a
in
medical
this
license
fictional
in this
scenario,
story.
in this fictional scenario, like didn't your fictional character want more selection than what your fictional character's
Friendly neighborhood drug
friendly
dealer had?
neighborhood drug dealer had? He had weed and he had weed, but like if you go to the medicinal shop, they got food weed, they got drinkable weed
They'll
products,
throw in some candy.
candies,
I
they got
never actually
popcorns,
did this.
Theoretically.
Yeah,
all this stuff. I mean, you don't want a selection.
I had the selection. I tried multiple strains, and I often would go back. But there's also that like, I also want somebody to smoke with, and this is, and he'd cut a good deal, and and quality was good too. So
Friend deal.
Well,
These are friend prices.
these are friend prices, but those are also just the prices because he sells only to his friends.
Okay. That's like in Shaun of the Dead. I watched Shaun of the Dead with my
Such a great movie.
girlfriend recently. Man, I'm on a roll. I've been sharing all these movies with my girlfriend. I've just been knocking them out of the park. She loves all of them.
Perfect.
Show her Shaun of the Dead. And I love that line. It's just like, does he ever bring? He's like, what does he do? Like, does he doesn't bring any money into the house? And he's like, well, he sells a bit of weed every once in a while. I mean, you sold weed. He's like, yeah, once in college to you. Yeah, you sold weeds once in college to you. It's like, I love the writing. The writing in that movie is so good. Oh man. And then I showed her Scream for Halloween. Fucking killed it. When was the
Perfect,
last time you saw Scream?
Years.
It's awesome. When it comes to like a good Halloween movie to watch Scream. That is a fucking classic movie. And unlike a bunch of the other classic horror movies that came out in the 80s and whatnot, we were too young to remember that shit. Scream, not only is it a classic, but also came out when we were like kids. So it also is like reminiscent of my childhood.
When you were kids.
When I was a kid. How old are you, Gavin?
I'm 23.
Okay, yeah.
Just barely. I'm 23 by half a month.
you
Came out when you were
significantly
like 2.
I was watching horror movies when I was 2. But it ages well, too. I was actually just watching...
I mean, it's corny as fuck, but I mean, when it's corny as fuck, you could tell they were kind of going for it. Get your life together.
And mine I dropped from up here, so it's shattered.
Yeah, get your life together.
At least
But-
it's on the desk.
I was
is a
just
great
watching... Elijah Wood actually has a horror movie label.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Elijah Wood is also DJs on the side.
What?
Yeah, he'd just fly around the world DJing for his
Frodo
fans.
Baggins.
Frodo Baggins, dude. I fucking love
DJ
Elijah Wood.
Baggins?
DJ Baggins.
I hope that's his name.
I love Elijah Wood, and so he has a horror label, and so he just produces indie horror movies, and he's in some of them. He writes on some of them. Some he just produces, etc. But
Do you remember him in Sin City?
Yeah.
He's like a creepy
Yeah.
weirdo killer sociopath guy.
Yeah.
but so he was talking to shit. I forget who it was, but he was talking about how some of them hold up, some of them don't. Like some of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies really didn't age
I never
well.
actually
Not at
saw
all,
any
man.
of them.
I saw the first one, and
Yeah.
I could totally tell it's a classic, but yeah, that shit don't
Whereas
hold up.
like Halloween
Yeah, is it good?
stands up perfectly. Yeah, it's
gotta watch that one.
consistent. It's just like
I'm kind of new to the whole horror movie
Genre.
genre, as in the fact that I like it. Whereas when
Yeah.
I was younger, I was like, who watches this shit? Only
Yeah.
psychos who want to watch this shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
when
now I have
all
a
the Saw
girlfriend.
movies were coming out, and all my friends were like, let's go see Saw. I'm like,
see,
blow me.
yeah,
Like, I
I'm
don't
like,
wanna
you
fucking
Saw's
see it.
shitty. So the thing is, Saw isn't scary. It's just gross.
It's
They're
just
just like, we're
gore
just gonna
porn.
make it
Disgusting,
gross.
yeah.
And, yeah, it's-
Yeah, but I mean, now I have a girlfriend, so it's like, and it's winter, so it's not really. I don't
Yeah.
want to go out. It's freezing cold outside. So we've been watching a lot of movies, and so I've given the whole horror genre another shot.
It's I mean, there's a ton of just fucking terrible horror.
Oh, I'm sure there is. I mean,
There's-
I should say the first horror movies I really enjoyed it was the Evil Dead series.
Yeah,
The old ones, yeah. And again, I only got into it because at the time I was courting a female, and I was like, "What do girls like? Watching horror movies with guys." So I was like, "I gotta get us some scary movies," and then I just remembered. I saw of the Evil Dead movies, I saw the third one first, which was like the most corny and like
Yeah.
claymation, not really a horror movie, more so as like an action movie. And then I was like, oh, I'll just buy the trilogy,
Dude,
And then I watched
now
the
that you
first
bring
one.
It up, I really want to watch the third one again.
It's all. I mean, all three of them are awesome. The first one is like, okay, this is awesome, but you could tell it's just old and super low budget. The second
Have
one,
you seen them recently?
no.
Dude, how epic is it that the first one and the second one are the same movie?
yeah, it's
They
like
literally took the same script and like we could do. It's like they make a movie and they're like, that was actually we had actually made some money back, and they're like, let's just
Look at
do
dude.
it better.
Dude,
yeah.
So they took the same script and then they changed a couple things,
Yeah.
cast some better actors, and did the same movie.
well, you know Alien,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's
You know
hilarious.
the movie Alien?
Yeah.
You know the sequel Aliens?
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
how what the pitch for Aliens was?
What?
I think
To James Cameron, because he
What-
directed
They're like,
it.
you're
no,
like,
James Cameron pitched
S.
it.
More
he
than
literally-
one.
Kinda. He walked in. He wrote Alien on there's a whiteboard. The man walks in.
Hold on, James Cameron wrote Alien?
No, Ridley Scott wrote Alien.
I know he directed the first one, but I didn't
um,
know who wrote it.
I think Ridley Scott wrote it.
Really?
But
Yeah. I
James
don't know.
Cameron came in to pitch the second one, so maybe he had the rights somehow. But he came in. He went to a whiteboard. He wrote the word Alien. Then he wrote an S. And then he put two vertical lines through the S and turned it into a dollar sign. And that's how he pitched Aliens.
That's hilarious.
I could see some
So
Hollywood
good.
producers being like, this guy
This
understands.
guy
This
knows.
guy,
He
he
gets it.
speaks our language.
It's his
Gets
business.
it.
He
Yeah,
gets it.
fuck a dollar sign. That's hilarious.
And it's James Cameron, like the number one money-making director of all time.
yeah, but was he at that time?
Goddamn.
Did he make Terminator before he made Aliens?
He definitely made Titanic before he made
Was that-
Aliens.
no, I think he made
No.
Titanic after.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Yeah.
he needed funding. for
Yeah,
that.
I think
Yeah,
he-
because that's a good point. What?
I think he made Terminator, and it was a huge success. And then
Right.
he probably made Aliens.
Did he make
And
Terminator
then-
1 or 2?
He made 1 and 2.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he made 1 and 2.
What a fucking boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then
Yeah.
Avatar. He doesn't. There.
And
he's
True
like,
True Lies. People sleep on True Lies. I fucking love
Was that
that.
James
True Lies is a good
Cameron?
movie.
James Cameron.
That
did
was
True
James
Lies.
Cameron
True
too?
Lies, yeah.
It's the thing.
What?
He's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the Daniel Day-Lewis of directors.
Yeah,
where
he just
comes
kills
out of
it, yeah.
woodwork every few years and
Yeah.
just fucking
You
slams
see
it out
Daniel
of the park.
Day-Lewis's new movie? He's like some weird tailor dude who's got like some weird thing where he falls in love, and then right when it's he's about to get married, he fucks it all up.
That sounds like something Daniel Day-Lewis would
Yeah,
do.
that's him. He's like, I got these like crazy passion. He's like, I'm an artist, I'm a tailor. I make these beautiful clothes, and then I have these very passionate romances, and then it's like right when everything's going good, I self-sabotage or something. That's what I got from the trailer. So
I heard.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the trailer for that movie, but I heard that Daniel Day-Lewis is working on another film, and he learned how to make shoes for 2 years in preparation.
Yeah.
making.
Of fucking course he did.
Yeah.
In classic
He became
Daniel
a shoe
Day-Lewis.
cobbler
Yeah.
for 2 years.
Yeah, that's what I heard. But in the movie that he's coming out with right now, he's not a cobbler. He's just a a tailor.
Huh.
He's like a very famous fashion designer or something. Yeah. So that's what I was confused. I was like, wait, weren't you supposed to be like making shoes in this movie? But I guess not. I don't know. Maybe that's his next movie. I don't know.
According to Joe Rogan, I've seen some good boxing films, you know, like Rocky, and I still haven't seen Raging Bull. As a film buff,
I think
like
I
one
did
of those
see-
movies
I
I
did
never
see that.
have seen that I should have seen.
I saw that one.
What bothered me is because as a film buff, everyone's like, "Oh, you're a film buff, you got to see Taxi Driver," and then I watched Taxi Driver, and I was thoroughly underwhelmed. I was like, "This is just." Let's say it was like with Deer Hunter. I was like, "Okay, I get it. Deer Hunter was great, insane for its time. In modern times, the whole movie boils down to like 3 scenes, and after that, I'm like, the rest of it, I'm good."
Well, the thing about that is
Obviously,
like,
you need the rest of it to build up to the
Also,
3 scenes.
just the premise is like, that's a cool premise, but like, holy shit, is it slow?
It's so slow.
It's like
I
one of
was
the
just-
slowest
I was
movies
like,
I've ever seen.
I mean, there are some fantastic classic slow movies. That,
Oh, I know, yeah.
But it's hard to pull off.
I was
You
just
need to
like,
balance it so well.
really, I needed to watch that whole movie just for that scene, essentially.
I remember there was one scene that I was like, are you kidding me? And it was just a car driving on a mountain road.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are we fucking doing here? Like, this movie's 2.5 hours long. Do we really need like a 5-minute shot of just a car just fucking going up a mountain road?
And then like stopping, and then they like reverse, and then they go again or something like that.
Yeah, and I was like, this is bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here? I was
I
furious.
felt like Taxi Driver, that whole movie was like that. And so everyone's like, "Oh, now you got to see Raging Bull." I'm like, "I'm good. I saw Deer Hunter. I get it."
Well, there's
Now,
also
Raging Bull, I don't remember Raging Bull being ridiculously slow paced like Deer Hunter was.
Like Taxi Driver.
Well, because there's with
I gotta
Taxi
see that
Driver,
again.
like a big part of that is the slow burn character development. That you know what I mean. And again, I think part of it is preference, but then part of it is how well you pull it off. I think Taxi Driver.
Part of it
pulls
is
off
just
well.
hipsters.
Well, I could
That's-
just
wanna be
I was
hipsters.
just like, I saw it once, and I was just like, okay, I get it. It was amazing at the time. Great performance from De Niro. I'm never gonna rewatch it. Like, at least it's not on my to-do list forever.
That's
There-
fair.
And I was like, okay. And then Raging Bull's like, you gotta see that next. I was like, do I though? Like, do I?
There's a couple of movies that really look good coming up. There's several.
Before we,
Forgive me if I forget the names of them though. What were you saying?
just on the tangent of slower movies that just execute it really well. Have you guys ever seen The Shining?
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing.
Half of that movie is nothing happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just the way it's done is like, if you're gonna have these really long drawn out parts of movies where there's not a lot happening, there needs to be really small stuff that you don't even realize is happening, building tension or building
Yeah.
something, right?
Yeah.
Like Kubrick, there's so much shit in that movie that you just don't see. And like there's what's it called?
I liked
Room-
The Shining.
I really.
there's
I did
some-
like The
Yeah,
Shining,
yeah.
Yeah, it's just a good example because they nail it in that kind of ballpark. But like, there's a documentary that came out recently, and I'm forgetting the name. It's like Room 313 or something.
Yeah, with John Cusack.
No, that's a different
No,
movie.
that's 1308.
Yeah.
That's a different Stephen
That
King movie.
I
about
have
hotels.
I have my qualms with that film.
But
Comedic relief.
Yeah, there was some that was really
At the
bad.
worst possible
Yeah.
parts.
Well, also, okay, so 1308, since we're already on that topic.
Jesus Christ.
Terrible comedic relief, but also I revert to that film constantly when it comes to like hack writing, where it's like, okay, let's come up with this, like, all right, we're going to create a scenario where we can put all this crazy shit on screen that's like shocking and overwhelming, and then we'll justify it by he's crazy, or he's just seeing paranormal shit, like paranormal activity
I
shit.
hate that.
And then it's just like,
twist.
okay, there's like 40 minutes of a film that doesn't need to be justified why he's seeing what he's seeing or why the character's going through what he's going through, other than just like, oh, well, it's like, a ghost room, or like
That's
or-
like Shutter Island.
yeah, Shutter Island.
DiCaprio.
That's
that
the
was,
one you talked
that
about.
was
Yeah.
such bullshit.
It's just like, okay, like in
1408.
1408. Yeah, Shutter Island is like that, where the whole movie they're putting in place all these specific moments and scenes where it's just like, whoa, the plot keeps getting thicker and the twistier, and it's like, how are they going to resolve all this? And
They
at the
got these
end, they're
crazy
just like,
visuals.
yeah, it's like, oh, whoa, how's this plot going to ultimately make sense? And then they're just like, oh, no, he's just crazy.
Yeah, I
So
think
they don't have to.
that's the thing with Stephen King is,
Cop out.
dude, he does that shit. Like Stephen King. All right, first off, incredible writer, and I don't know if a lot of people are familiar with his movies. Not a lot of people have actually read his stuff. His stuff is really fucking dense, dude. It's like 1,300 pages, and nothing happens for the first like 300. But he writes in a way that he's just like describing the neighborhood, and he's not being creepy, but somehow you're thoroughly fucking creeped out while reading it. And that's like the magic of Stephen King's writing.
I've never actually read one of his books.
But
I think it's a younger generation thing. I'm sure a lot of young people have never read the books.
Yeah.
But I think old people they did read the books.
well, a lot of people also haven't because there's so many movie adaptations.
They definitely a lot of people haven't. But I think a lot of people have, specifically the older generation.
Yeah, that makes sense. But the thing with him is like, so if you think of all of his masterworks, like for instance, if you think about it, that there's no, I mean, obviously there's a cool concept, but there's no like crazy plot points. It's all in how he sets atmosphere and tone and develops characters and like plays to your fears subtly. But when it comes to, he's also written a lot of shit where you're like, this is just stupid. This is just a stupid idea.
Yeah.
With a stupid plot line. Why are you doing this?
What is it? Like in the book, they describe him. He's not a clown.
No, he's
It's like some fucking
he's not even a
entity.
demon.
Yeah, he's like some entity of the universe.
Yeah, he just it's just a force that exists.
It doesn't
So-
make any sense, and it's bullshit, and it's stupid. It's what it is. It's like, why don't you just make him a psycho clown? But it's like,
well,
but yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying.
Because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
conceptually, he has it play towards the fear of individuals and like makes more metaphorical statements and stuff through that. But like dude, like fucking Christine, it's about a car that kills people.
I haven't seen
I haven't
Christine.
seen that
I
one.
saw
It's
the Mist.
literally
though.
just murder car.
Murder car. You're like,
seen The Mist?
how did you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, the mist. Yeah, yeah.
was
Murder
pretty-
car. How did you sit down and be like, no, that's an idea?
Like, I think Family Guy did a send up of it. They were like, it was like him talking to his publisher and like, all right, Steven, come on, man, it's been a while. Have you thought of anything? He was like,
Car
what
kills.
about the spooky lamp? It's a lamp and it kills people. Ah! I was like, fuck. Okay.
Damn it.
People will buy it. You're Stephen King.
Do a shitload of drugs
Yeah.
and make it work.
Chain smoke and just amazing.
He doesn't even remember writing Misery because he was on so many drugs at the time.
Yeah.
And
I
the thing with
hear that.
Misery is like, I don't know if you're familiar with it. Or
I
not.
don't. I'm not.
It's all right. It's about
I am
an-
familiar that he did a lot of drugs, though.
Yeah, it's about an author who is in a rut. He's like a famous author, and he's trying to come up with a new book, and he has to meet a deadline. And he gets in a car crash while he's driving up to this cabin where he goes to write if he needs time.
Oh, and then that girl who's a fan.
yeah, his
she
fan
kinda
finds him
gets
and
crazy.
like, takes him in and helps him, but like basically traps him into.
She
and she's
finds
fucking-
out like how the book ends, and she doesn't like it or some shit.
Yeah, so she's like
yeah.
trapping him and all sorts of stuff. And he had made comments at the time that it was actually about his addiction and like trying to write through that and like and stuff like that. But yeah, he was doing so many drugs he doesn't even remember the process of writing it.
Okay, so some films I still need to see. Let me know if you've seen them. I still need to see Raging Bull. We already covered that. I still need
Piss
to
again.
see the new It movie.
Fantastic.
No, I still haven't seen it.
Did this go out?
It's probably gone. It's probably gone out. And I also need to see Chinatown. Have you
haven't seen Chinatown.
Okay, that's another classic one. Being from LA, I also need to see it too.
Do I need to light this differently while relighting it?
Whenever you're relighting, first ash it all the way. Because one, I think you'll light better if it's ashed all the way. But two, since you're putting the flame, you might drop ash on the table while you're relighting it. So so you're relighting it, you ash it all the way. This is just how I do it, but I'm pretty sure this is the way to do it too. And then light it like you normally would, but you don't need to toast it anymore. But yeah, do you know the premise of Chinatown? At all? Give me a nod.
Sorry.
Chinatown is a classic Jack Nicholson film, and the premise is like it's old time L.A., and they're trying to figure. It's like kind of a mob movie. I'm told because I still haven't seen it, but the premise is like they're trying to figure out how they can get a main water supply to LA. Because if they can get a main water supply to LA, then all of a sudden LA can turn into a big city. But if they can't get a main water supply, is it lit though? You can use mine. Yeah, it's lit enough.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, actually, okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna take this moment to change topics to Waterworld. I want to talk about Waterworld.
Have you seen Chinatown?
I haven't seen it, but I want to talk about Waterworld.
Okay, well, anyways, I need to see Chinatown. He hasn't seen it, so we can move on.
Anyway, I haven't seen Chinatown either. It is on my to-do list. Also, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Although the ending,
saw that.
You saw it. The ending was ruined for me, so I never got around to seeing it because I already know the ending.
I saw One Flew Over the Cuckoo's
Man, I'm turning into this asshole who's always like, but you should read the book. But you should read the book. That's a fucking great book, and it's not a long book. It's Ken Kesey.
Well, I already
Who
know the
actually
ending.
hated the movie
Because that someone pimped it for me, spoiled it for me, and
I think they spoiled it for me too in film school.
Yeah, that's what I think so.
Because like Chinatown, like some of those classic movies like Chinatown and Raging Bull and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and Cool Hand Luke.
Oh, such a good movie.
Yeah.
I mentioned that the other day.
Cool Hand Luke.
Did you see that?
I never saw it.
It's
Paul Newman.
Is it Paul Newman? It's the guy that's in
Unless I'm
Ben-Hur.
having a weird moment.
That guy.
Is it? Yeah, I think it's the guy from Ben-Hur.
Yeah, I think it is.
Is it that? Is that the guy also?
We still need to see Deliverance.
Yeah,
That's been on my to-do
Deliverance,
list for like a decade and a half. I can't believe I haven't gotten around to seeing
Yeah,
Deliverance.
Paul Newman. Fuck you for making me doubt myself.
Yeah, Paul Newman.
Paul Newman.
Anyway,
But was he the actor in Ben-Hur?
That's a good question.
He's also in. It correct me from
the original. Obviously, did any of you guys see the new Ben-Hur?
No.
I never saw it.
The actors are too pretty.
Yeah, it's. I mean, well,
Paul Newman was
Paul
a pretty
Newman's
dude.
a handsome dude. Yeah,
I know, but he's like one guy. Whereas like I saw the trailer for the new Ben-Hur, and I'm just like, why is the whole cast 25 and like super good looking?
And they all lift weights and
I was
shit.
like, come
and
on,
have
man.
perfect hands.
Did we not learn anything from Breaking Bad?
No, Paul Newman turned it down.
Turned what down?
Charlton Heston is
Charlton Heston.
Yeah.
There you go.
Paul
Ben-Hur?
Newman. Paul Newman was offered the role and turned it down.
I gotta look at these dudes' faces.
Who was the guy?
Because their faces are blending. I thought they were the same fucking guy.
Who was the guy who was something in the Sundance Kid?
Butch Cassidy.
Butch Cassidy. Who played Butch Cassidy? Was that Paul Newman?
I might have been Paul Newman. Right.
I want to say that's Paul
Yeah,
Newman.
I thought that guy. That's the dude who played Cool Hand Luke, right?
I think so.
I haven't seen Cool
Paul
Hand
Newman
Luke.
was Cool Hand.
I know his face. I don't know his. I didn't know his name until this conversation. But, yeah, Cool Hand Luke was really good.
All right, I'll have to check it out.
I don't know how I saw it and you didn't. Because
Yeah,
that
Paul-
was back.
Paul Newman, Robert Redford.
Yeah.
I know
the
Robert
gruesome
Redford.
twosome.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
Gruesome twosome.
Uh,
Anyway,
Yeah.
Waterworld. Okay, so I fucking love that movie.
This turned into the Film Buff podcast.
Yeah, it
all
did.
of
It
a
really
sudden.
did. I love that movie. And
60 cinema.
Yeah, 60 Cinema. Garrett and I both loved Waterworld when we were kids. And everybody, it seemed to become trendy to just like hate on it. And it's kind of like, why? Because the movie's fucking dope. Like, all these people, they like Mad Max. And you're like, yeah, because Mad Max is dope. And then you see Waterworld and you're like, yeah, it's fucking Mad Max on water. And it's awesome. It's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? It's like Mad Max has got a sick ass car. You know, I don't even know his fucking name.
He's got a sick ass
You
boat.
know,
You just watched
Kevin
the movie?
Costner.
You just watched the
No,
movie.
I don't know the
2 days
character's
ago.
name.
Yeah, but you just watched the movie like 3 days ago.
They never say his name. What the
Really?
fuck? Yeah, they never say. Now that I think about it, they might never say his name.
Waterworld, man.
Waterworld man. I don't know. Kevin Costner. Just call him Kevin Costner.
He's
His
always in the
boat is
water.
sick as fuck, though. Like, anyway, so I play this movie. I've been telling my girlfriend, we got to watch Waterworld. I've been telling my girlfriend's Korean. She's never seen it, never heard of it. She loved the new Mad Max Fury Road, right? She loved it. Anyway, so I was like, we got to watch Waterworld because I hadn't seen it since I was like a kid. And I was like, it was one of my favorite movies as a kid. And everybody hated on it. And I was like, fuck you guys, the movie's dope. And then I was like, let's watch it. And then I talked to Chris and I was like, yo, we're going to watch Waterworld. you want to join us, you know, in the living room because he's my flatmate, right? And he's like, Waterworld, bleh. Like, come on, man, like that. He's like, I was like, what? I freaking loved that movie when I was a kid. He's just like, it doesn't hold up. It doesn't hold up. And I was like, man, shit, is it gonna suck? I can't remember. Like, maybe it doesn't hold up. I put it on. Not only am I like, yes, I fucking remember every single scene because I watched it a million times when I was a kid. Not only am I like super stoked, my girlfriend is super stoked. She's just like, wow, his boat is so cool. And like, she's loving it. And then after the movie ends, she's just like, thank you for showing me that movie. That movie was awesome. The next day, she was like, Waterworld was still awesome. She's still like stuck on it. I'm like, Chris, what the hell is wrong with you? That movie's awesome. So then I'm like obsessed with Waterworld, as you can tell, because I'm still talking about it like a week later. I watch all these behind the scene footage things, like interviews with Kevin Costner during the thing, and it's apparently Waterworld was the most expensive movie ever made at that time, and it was
Holy
like
shit. I guess that makes
$250 or $275 million to make that movie.
Jesus.
And
And
they
pitched it. Mad Max.
water,
Dollars.
and then they just drew
Underwater
some,
dollar sign.
they just drew some water underneath it with some dollar sign bubbles.
Guys, look, the dollars are fish. You see it?
Yeah, but it was amazing though. Anyway, so they're interviewing Kevin Costner when he's promoting the movie, and they're like, Kevin Costner, he's been on a world tour promoting his newest movie, Waterworld, the most expensive movie ever made. And it's just like, and you just see like the reporters, they got this smugness. Like, now this is a crazy scene where, well, Kevin Costner's underwater and he's, you know, like to do this scene, he has to be underwater for 45 minutes, no air tank. So that means you have like a team of people who are, every time they say action, there's a team of people watching monitors counting, okay, you know, with a stopwatch, okay, he hasn't had air for like 35 seconds, and then they radio a dude who's got an air tank to give him air, and it's a nightmare, and they're like, okay, the tank has to be super deep, and it's got to be this crazy blue screen, but if there's any bubbles in the shot, then the blue screen doesn't work. So, and they got like, you know, 10 divers there. How do you not make bubbles when you got 10 divers? And they got all these like, crazy expensive underwater cameras back in the, you know, the 90s and whatnot.
Was it 90s?
Yeah, it was like 99 or some shit. Huh. Or no, it was 95. It was 95. Anyway, so they're talking about, they're like, yeah, look at it. It's a very expensive scene, blah, blah. But the whole time they're describing it, they got this like smugness, like, well, wasn't that a neat scene? It costs only $500,000. Go see the movie. Huh? And then like, there's this weird, I don't know why the media just seemed to, it seemed to just be trendy to just talk shit on Waterworld. And then like they're interviewing Kevin Costner, and Kevin Costner's saying the same shit. It's like, Kevin Costner, he spent a year and a half of his life. He even lost his marriage, you know, for this movie, blah blah blah. But he still is promoting the movie. He still stands by it. And Kevin Costner's like, yeah, well, you know, it's expensive. You know, he's already on the defensive. He's like, you know, it's expensive because, you know, everything that costs a lot of money to film on land, well, now we're on water, and everything costs twice as much because every time you're on water, it's a safety issue. So every single person that's in the scene, not only do they have
Crazy
to pay
insurance.
them, but then you have all these people who are watching them, making sure they don't fall in the water and drown, or blah blah blah, and get hurt and drown and blah blah. There's all these extra costs because it's in the water. So he's already defending that, and he's also like, he's like, it seems to me like the media, like they got nothing else to do than to just talk shit on this movie. like
Fucking love Waterworld, man.
like Kevin Costner, he's like, it's a great movie. It seems like they got nothing else to talk about. There's nothing else for the media to talk about right now. So this is the story. They have to have a story, and so they make up this story that this movie sucks and is a giant waste of money. But it's a great movie. Like it's a really good movie. Go see it. Blah blah blah. And it's just like, I totally relate. I'm like, yeah, that is weird.
He's like, I get it, Kevin Costner.
No, but I totally get it in the fact that like the media, they do have these spots where there's nothing to fucking report about. So there's this trend when they all just they just run away with this trend, and every news broadcasting network is just like, oh, the latest news is to talk shit on Waterworld, or the latest news is to talk about North Korea launching nukes and we're all going to die. And it's just like, but we're not going to die. And yes, they are launching nukes, but like,
That's
you guys,
how he relates it to.
You guys are going to blow it out of proportion. Why? Just because there's nothing else to talk about.
And the other thing that's crazy, and this is more relevant to, I guess it's relevant to all of them, but more so things that have happened in the past rather than current ones, is when you have things like that happen, the media will create a narrative.
Yeah.
And then that shit just prevails. Like, it just, because if the narrative gets traction at the time, then, you know, no one really second guesses it for a while. And then maybe down the road, some people are like, wait, that was kind of some bullshit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it's
like,
just already this ingrained narrative, and
it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, at this exact same time when the news broadcasting is talking about all these crazy feats that this movie is doing back in 1995, they're doing all these crazy things no one's ever done before, and it's amazing, but at the same time, what a waste of money. It's a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's like, we're going to say it's cool and interesting, but we're also going to talk shit on it at the same time. And I'm thinking, like, what do you have against this movie? News anchor man, like, what did this movie
news anchor man,
like, what did this movie ever do to you? It just seems like this guy's got a fucking weird bias that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah,
I mean, the movie had not come out yet, and this guy's like, it seems kind of expensive. I was like, oh, you care how much they spend on the movies? It's not like they're fucking paying with tax dollars, you fuck. It's like, go fucking see the movie. It's 20 years old. I just watched it, and I'm like, that movie's sick. If I hear another fucking asshole talk shit on Waterworld, I'm going to never talk to them again. They're instantly not my friend.
Yeah, but fuck Waterworld, right?
It's fucking a dope movie. And my girlfriend loved it, and she has got great taste. Speaking of other good movies that are coming out, there's a new movie...
Waterworld's coming out next week.
Waterworld 2, motherfuckers. No, I wish.
It's the most expensive movie
wish.
ever made. They made it on Mars.
I can't think of his name right now, but the villain in Joaquin Phoenix. Okay, Joaquin Phoenix. I remembered his name. Joaquin Phoenix is coming out of the movie where he plays some sort of hitman for... I guess he's just a hitman, and in the movie he's hired to rescue some girl who's like some underage sex slave scenario, kind of like Taken, but I guess like it's not his daughter. It's it kind of seems to me like a combination of like Taxi Driver and Leon the Professional and
great movie,
and Drive. It seems like all three of those mixed. Well, it's like super and maybe John Wick, but not
so good.
Maybe John Wick in artistic action type way, but not
more plot driven.
Not like choreographed action. More like brutal, like I got a hammer and I'm gonna kill people with a hammer. Not like these crazy acrobatic fucking jujitsu moves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's still super artsy and super stylized, and it looks awesome.
Yeah,
like,
that
I
fucking
check it out. Joaquin Phoenix is a surefire.
Yeah. Dude, and it's just Joaquin
shit.
Phoenix, and you're like, okay, so where did you get the wardrobe? It looks like he's got a sweatshirt that's like super old, bought at Walmart, and you're like, okay, you're the badass hitman. It's like, okay, he's got a crazy beard, and you're like, okay, what's your weapon? It's just like hammer.
And
it's just like,
what's your theme song?
You know what I mean? But the theme song's some fucking dope ass electro fucking shit, and I'm like,
well,
yes,
that's
I'm
a
like,
mistake.
hook, line, and sinker, I'm sold.
Dude,
you know what I mean? Like,
how do you pass up Hammer Time?
Hammer Time, yeah. And he just like walks up on some bad guys, like, close your eyes, like as he just fucking hits him in the head with a hammer.
What was that movie? It was like it was a movie where it's like they were on a mission to save the sun, and the sun was going out. I never saw the movie. I saw this hilarious comedic comment and like criticism of the film. And it's like, apparently this movie was terrible. The premise is like the sun is dying and this team has to go in and save the sun. And someone writes in the review just like this huge epic rant on why the movie sucks, and then ends it with, and not once did they say in the film it's daylight savings time. it's like
Daylight savings.
It's daylight savings time. Not once did they say that in this movie, which means this movie is bullshit.
Garbage.
We need fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger to look at the camera and be like, "It's daylight savings time."
It's like
That was the
they
worst
spent
Schwarzenegger.
they spent $200 million on this movie, 2 years of production, and not once did they say it's daylight savings time.
It's the right reason to be angry. Pass up a pun opportunity.
Yeah.
Speaking of Joaquin Phoenix, dude, all right, so he stepped back from film for a while.
Yeah.
And there started to be some rumors about like what the fuck is going on with Joaquin Phoenix, and
He did a whole like rap movie where he went off the deep end,
so what it is
supposedly
is
acting like he was
it's
gonna be
like
a
a
rapper.
mockumentary
Yeah.
about him having this breakdown and going in on this bizarre fucking rap career, but they marketed it as a documentary, just completely all in on like it was completely fake. But they did this huge campaign about how it's real, and they had him go do appearances in character as this fucked up rapper Joaquin Phoenix that he's playing.
Yeah,
in
he was on
movies.
David
Dude,
Letterman. Yeah.
in character,
And then
like,
they made fun of him at the comedy awards.
and it was just
because there was such a bizarre interview.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, you fell for it, assholes.
it
You
was
know?
just
So,
a
like,
huge troll. It was amazing.
Ben Stiller like dressed up like him at the comedy awards and was like, I like to give the comedy award, and it's like, no one's laughing. It's not funny. There's no punchline. We get it. You dress up like Joaquin Phoenix. He was awkward in that interview
On purpose.
on purpose. I mean, like, we didn't know it was on
Gotcha.
purpose at the time. But
Granted,
yeah.
it's just good
Which
acting.
it was easy to make fun of the whole Letterman experience because like he like sits down and it's like, what are you doing? And then it's just like, well, I'm working on my rap career, and then everyone starts laughing like hysterically. He's just like, what do you got these people on? Like,
You got them all
like,
gassed
you
up
got-
or whatever?
What, do you gas them up or what? Like, we're joking because I sat in on a Conan. I got invited, my little brother, for like a birthday present. My stepmom gave us Conan tickets to see a live taping. So we went and saw Conan get filmed. I'm like, my stepmom invited me last minute. She's like, do you want to go watch Conan? And she's like, the studio's like 4 minutes from where you live. I was like,
yeah,
she's like, I'll pick you up. I was like, I don't really like Conan, but sure. So I went and saw it, and I was just like blown away the whole experience on like how they have like a warm up kind of comedian come in and
Really?
get the whole audience like fucking
shit.
laughing in a good mood. It was like almost like a
fluffer.
It was kind of like a hypnosis because they get you like kind of laughing, and then eventually the whole point is they're like, okay, we're gonna get to a certain point where you're not gonna question that we're gonna show a sign saying laugh, and then you're supposed to laugh. Like,
Interesting.
So we're filming the taping, and it'd be like everyone's like kind of in there like, haha, this is fun. We're watching Conan, and then like they're doing the interview, and then there'll be like. He'll say something, and then they'll show a sign, laugh, and everyone starts laughing. I'm just like,
There's no
this
joke
is
there.
weird. Like, this is fucking weird.
Dude, not exactly along the same line, but there's some really cool social psych research where around conformity and around groupthink and mob mentality and stuff. But one of the more fun ones, because you can just do it whenever you want, is if you go into an elevator, and they did this, they replicated this experiment multiple times. If you go into an elevator and you just walk in like business as usual, but you walk to the back and just face the back of the elevator, people freak the fuck out. Like, what the fuck? You can watch the people, they just start to get uncomfortable, and it escalates. You watch them start to like get all itchy and just be super fucking like not cool.
You're
with
just
what's going on.
watching the back of the wall.
And eventually, people just start to turn around. People just start to turn around and face the wall, like the dude who.
Well, probably just keep an eye on him.
they just want to watch him, make sure he's not going to kill somebody. He's a psycho, clearly. He's,
turn around with the fucking
he's
hammer.
clearly a nut
fucking
job.
animal looking at the back of the elevator.
Yeah.
That's not really, like, I guess that's psychology, but that's also common sense. Like, if a guy walks in and doesn't turn around in the elevator and be like, what's wrong with this guy?
But like people will
he
just
gonna kill us all?
they're not like looking at him. They'll just be like they'll like look around and be like, okay, and they'll just turn around and face the back of the elevator.
I would do the same thing just to watch him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would watch.
Are you going to
that's
try
fair.
to kill all of us?
That's pretty fair.
I watched Trainspotting 2 this week.
How was
yeah,
that?
shit. I
James-
didn't. I
James
remember that it was coming out, but I never saw it.
It was good. It wasn't as good as the original, but it was
Yeah.
good.
Hmm.
It was
Same characters.
If they
same
don't ruin the
characters,
original,
yeah, they
then-
didn't ruin the original at all. It was a good movie. It just wasn't as. It's never going to be as crazy as the first one.
Yeah.
And in fact, they do kind of reference the first one a lot.
Mhm.
I felt like the second one was kind of a sales pitch to get younger people to watch the first one.
That sounds about right.
But it was good. It was still like super artsy, and there were some scenes where me and Chris were like, "God damn, that was awesome!" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was definitely worth a watch. Trainspotting 2.
Yeah, those kind of
We're
ones are.
getting paid by these fucking movies. God damn it! I wish I was getting paid by Waterworld.
That would be it's the single proponent of one.
It's like a studio, Waterworld studio.
Just checks in the mail.
You're getting that Waterworld money, bro.
I wish,
The
bro.
movie sucks. You're just hyping it
Movie's
to our,
fucking awesome.
to our followers. Which
Dude, you can't tell me in that opening scene when just like you can't do it, just go, don't worry about the bag, don't worry about the bag, you'll never make it with your sails down, and he fucking hits a flip and his fucking boat opens up with all the
I haven't
sails.
seen it in so long.
That's the
but I do
opening
know
scene,
Exactly what you're
and
talking about.
oh my god, I was just like, oh, it's so fucking cool, and my girlfriend was just like, wow, and I was like, I know, right? It's so awesome.
having a moment.
It's cool because it's like, oh, he's just in a sailboat. It's not just a sailboat, motherfucker.
It's like fucking
It's a
Swiss
badass
Army
sailboat.
knife
It's-
sailboat.
Yeah.
It's
And he's like
awesome.
flying on the nets and like, yeah, it's pretty badass.
It's awesome, and the villains they got just the right comedic relief. You know, like he comes in after storming the thing. He's just like, you could tell by the hole in my head that's bleeding that we're all having a bad day. After he just like sieged and killed everybody, he's just like, I'm on your side. I'm having a terrible day. Like he got all these people like basically
Oh,
crucified.
shit. I was just about to make a reference to something where they did a good job of that, and I realized it's also Kevin Costner.
Right, Kevin Costner.
The
He's
movie
awesome.
The Bodyguard, Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston.
The Bodyguard.
Is this when he's like a Coast Guard dude or something?
No, that's The Guardian.
oh yeah,
With
that is
fucking
the guy.
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, and Wild Turkey, which is a big proponent in that movie. It was such an obvious product placement in that movie. It's like Kevin Costner just kicking back with his Wild Turkey, and I was just like,
Okay, man.
that's pretty shameless.
Yeah, you guys aren't even trying to hide
But I
this.
do like Wild Turkey.
But yeah, no, he's a bodyguard, obviously, for Whitney Houston, who plays a character who's basically playing herself, and there's like a stalker, and they're getting threats and shit. But there's one scene where there's this dude.
The beginning of Taken.
yeah. This is Taken .001.
This is the first 20 minutes of Taken.
But there's this dude that is like another bodyguard-ish guy that works with her, and he's really jealous. And at one point, he tries to like jump Kevin Costner in the kitchen while he's like eating a fucking apple off of a knife because obviously
Because yeah,
that's what you do.
that's what you do.
And so the dude like comes at him, he like disarms him, like bends him over the table and like knocks him in the face. The dude falls over, and he just stabs a knife into the counter and just goes, "I don't want to have this conversation again," and he walks away. And it's just like a perfect like mic drop, kind of funny, kind of badass line, and that's just what came to mind. And it's also Kevin Costner.
Should have been like, and then he takes a bite of an apple. I don't want to have this conversation again. Apple. Macintosh product placement. It's just like, yeah.
Yeah, those are my relatives, the Macintoshes.
Yeah. Yep. But there was another fucking funny joke in Waterworld. Bringing it back,
Yeah, back
full
to
circle.
Waterworld.
Back to Waterworld. The bad guy and
This isn't good anymore.
there's like the bad guy and the side bad guy. They like capture the boat and they're like, all right, where's the girl? And then Kevin Costner doesn't say anything. He's like, all right, whoever tells me where the girl is gets to live. So who's gonna tell me where the girl is? And the girl doesn't say anything. Kevin Costner doesn't say anything. And then the bad guy like walks over to his like co-bad guy. He's like, remind me, what happens when neither one of them talk? And like almost instantly the co-bad guy's like, it's never happened before. And I'm just like, yes, that's fucking good. good quality comedic relief. It's like, what happens when nobody talks? Never happened before. It's just like subtle, like believable. There's not supposed to be like everyone roars with laughter. It's just kind of like.
Now, speaking of which, I've heard that there's a oh, come on, I was gonna do this whole build
fuck
up,
Star Wars.
this fucking reveal. God damn it,
Star Wars is
fuck
so
you,
gay.
Garrett.
Yeah, good job, bro.
Sorry, I'm not even on the mic.
Star-
Not even on the mic.
You.
Yeah, Garrett ruined it.
Fuck you, John.
Dude, are you guys gonna see the new Star Wars?
I really like this thing they've been doing with comedic reliefs.
Are you fucking serious right now?
I gave him on last. When did I give you this whole spiel on how he hated Star
Like a
Wars?
couple days ago.
Yeah, it was at
Couple
work.
days
It
ago.
was at work.
Yeah, we were at
I
work.
gave him a whole rundown about the new Star Wars and how, like, I would when it came out, I essentially was in Austin and I had very few friends, definitely no dates, so I didn't have like an excuse to go to the movies, and so I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get around to going and seeing it in theaters, and then I was kind of like, I hope it does good, I hope it's exciting, and then I hear your take on it,
Crack open my beer.
and I just remember being at work. Talking to a couple of people that I did, they would eventually become friends, but I was new at the job. But I remember being like, "Oh, you saw the new Star Wars? How was it?" And their reaction was like, "Yeah, it was good. It was. I liked it. Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Because that's the trend right now.
Yeah,
can't-
you should see it. You
Talk
should
themselves
see it.
into
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And I'm just
Again.
like, that's not a solid pitch.
No,
Like-
that was not a ringing endorsement.
Yeah,
though.
it just like it became trendy to hate on Waterworld. It became trendy to not hate on the new Star Wars movie, even though it was a pile of fucking shit. It
Like,
sucked.
It became like that groupthink. Like, oh, I don't want to be that guy who says the new Star Wars movie sucks.
because
Yeah.
like all the Star Wars nerds are gonna go fucking ballistic.
Well, and you're just not fun. Like, why aren't you just not fun? Like, why
Yeah.
can't you just be a fun person and enjoy it?
I love
You know what I
the
mean?
arguments. It's called Star Wars. Like you're not supposed to take it seriously. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, that's not an argument. Come on,
That's
now.
not an argument for it being shit.
There's so many fucking problems with that movie, but my biggest one was the comedic relief. You can have comedic relief, but it has to be good, and it also needs to be in good taste, and also needs to be at a manageable level. The new Star Wars movie was a never-ending tidal wave.
It's not really new anymore, but the latest, not the Rogue One.
Force Awakens.
Yeah, Force Awakens was like a never-ending fucking tsunami after tsunami of fucking bad comedic
Multiple
relief.
tsunamis.
It was bullshit. It was just
What's
like
worse than
the
one?
worst fucking jokes ever. Like, if you're gonna say a joke, have a good joke. But it's just like, well, not. I mean, it's not like they're cracking jokes. Like a man walks into a bar. It's just like, it's like just stupid. Somebody does something and you're supposed to laugh. You know what I mean? And it's like Kylo Ren, the bad guy, the spooky bad dude who's taking Darth Vader's place. He's doing shit that's supposed to make you laugh, and everybody they do laugh with this weird kind of like, I'm supposed to laugh right now, and they got this weird dumbish grin on their faces, but it's not real. It's not like genuine. Oh, that really made me laugh. It's just kind of like it's like someone holding up the laugh card. It's like badoosh, and you're supposed to laugh.
Laugh
but it's
right now.
Laugh right now. But it wasn't funny. None of them were funny, and every single character did that. Every single character had a little thing that was supposed to make you laugh. And I'm like, in the original Star Wars, there was Han Solo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just about to.
It was
mention
just
that.
Han Solo. In the new one, it was Han Solo and every single character besides him.
Including BB-8.
Including BB-8, including the bad guy. I mean, in the original series, is there any times where you're laughing when Darth Vader's on the screen? No. When Darth Vader's on the screen, you're scared. People are getting choked. You know what I mean? Like, people are getting choked.
Girls are getting
He's
wet.
dropping knowledge. Terrifying knowledge.
He's dropping terrifying.
Dropping terrifying.
Like, dude, I
He's
find
force choking motherfuckers. It's not funny.
It's not funny,
shit's
okay?
tense.
You might get choked right now, It's like
fuck
I don't wanna
Waterworld.
get- I don't want to get choked.
I mean, he's doing this shit through the air. I mean, he could choke you, fucking. You know what I mean? Like,
blowing up worlds, dude.
yeah. And it was just so over the top. Like the bad guys were like buffoonishly bad guys, and the plot was just stupid. It's like in the first one we blew up 1 planet, and this one we blew up 5 planets. And this movie, you know, I mean, the originals it was a Death Star, it was like a moon, and this one it's like 5 moons.
I was
like,
just about to
get
say.
fucked.
They turned they're like, you know, doesn't need to be these ridiculous Disney villains. And then I remember that shortly before that movie was made, Disney got the rights to the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And made the movie, so
Oh,
they
yeah.
actually are Disney villains.
Disney villains.
George
They're bad
Lu-
because they're bad. Just because.
George Lucas, like his own quote for the film was just like, "Yeah, they just sold it out. Like they just sold it."
Well, they
out
also
bad.
just made the first movie again.
Yeah.
Well, and the girl was just like, I'm fucking a girl power, you know. And then all the guys are just buffoons, and they're just like none of the guys are serious characters. It's all about girl power. The girl gets captured. We're gonna rescue the girl. She doesn't need to get rescued. She can handle business on her own. She also is fucking master of the power. She's never had any training. Blah blah blah. She's on a desert planet. It's like just recycling the same visuals.
Oh yeah.
It's just. It just
I mean,
sucked.
hit for hit, they
It
took
fucking
the-
sucked, man.
I thought it was I don't dislike it as much as you do. I thought it was entertaining, but I
Watch it
definitely
again.
thought no. that's
All right, then my point has been
past
laid
tense.
onto the table.
It was
no, I will not.
entertaining.
I will not watch that movie again.
What was your take on? Well, I want to watch this one, even though I know it's gonna suck, because I trust this guy's opinion. All these accusations of terribleness seem valid, even from the people that like the movie.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, there was a lot of community. Yeah, this is just a remake of the same. Yeah, it was just kind of a girl power thing. Yeah, like she's got the force. You know, she didn't need any training. You know, it's like I was like, okay, I'm starting to see my brother's point. I haven't even seen this movie, but what did you think of The Hobbit?
Ooh, yeah. We got to wrap this up real quick, but yeah, the Hobbit movies.
Oh boy.
Did not. Hey, I mean, starters didn't need to be 3 of them. That didn't.
Yeah,
need to
that's
happen.
true.
Hell
Probably
no.
Probably
Didn't
could
need
have
to be.
been like 2 of them. I think
I could have seen 2.
I think 1 would have been too much. It would have had to have been like 4 hours long.
Yeah.
If you were gonna give all the big things that happened, if you're really gonna take the time to make them awesome, like Game of Thrones style,
Yeah.
you needed to give it more than 1 movie. But
And he
3
also-
movies, that's fucking ridiculous.
He also took what I did like about it is all right. So there's a shit ton of stuff about the universe that Tolkien wrote that weren't in the trilogy or the Hobbit. They were in this big annex called the Silmarillion.
Yeah.
So he explored.
And there was a lot that they left out.
Yeah.
I read
the
the
original.
Silmarillion.
Okay, cool. So he included some stuff from that which really fleshed out the universe, which I liked. Hated that it was 3 movies. Didn't need to be done. Hated that he shot it at such a high frame rate because it made it just look super glossy, like reality TV.
Yeah, it looked like
meets
crazy
CGI.
Yeah. It looked unreal.
It didn't
I
look
hated that. I
cinematic.
hated
Yeah.
that. And I mean, those are my two biggest issues with it. I think characters were still good.
What about the action?
That's where I was getting to. I think it felt. Here's the thing. It felt a little too choreographed and a little too. I mean, like the really extended scenes. I enjoyed them, but because The Hobbit is less serious than the trilogy. It's a lighter tone. So I think he did a good job with that, but I also think they went overboard in some parts.
What do you think about Legolas
Being in the movie.
being in the movie for 1?
Yeah.
For 2, what do you think about Legolas's action scenes? Running on falling rubble.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that just isn't possible.
No, I mean, like
That's just not physics.
They should have peeked him out at sliding down a shield in Return of the King, sliding downstairs on a shield in Return of
Yeah.
the King.
that was
that was in the Two Towers.
Oh, shit, really?
But
Wow.
even before the Two Towers,
and that was when
even before the Two Towers, he got on that horse where the horse was coming.
Yeah.
And he jumped
That
in
was
slow
already too
motion,
much.
and I was like, well, that's just bullshit.
I mean, like he's supposed.
He was on the
to be,
wrong side. He was on the wrong side of the fucking horse. You know what I mean?
he's supposed to be the super nimble elf, but like.
But
yeah.
physics, like he's on the wrong side of the horse. He's still. The horse is full gallop, running at him, and he just grabs on, and then swings from one side
goes like
all the way
screw your
around,
science.
all the way around to the other side. I'm like, why didn't you just have him like in a bat? It's still not believable, but much more believable if he just jumped on the horse on the side that he was already standing on. Not to mention it was fucking CGI, so they could have made him on whatever side of the horse they wanted. And it was clearly CGI. Like you could just tell that's not a real person.
Yeah, I think Peter Jackson got too into himself on it. I think like
Peter Jackson just blows everything out of proportion. It's not one T-Rex, it's fucking 3 T-Rexes. You know what I mean?
Which here's the thing.
And King Kong.
King Kong, it actually wasn't that big. Like
it wasn't that big of a deal because it was King Kong.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh shit, he's fighting 3 T-Rexes. That's badass. So King Kong, I think he did. I thought he killed King Kong. I thought he did a great job.
I liked King Kong at the time when I was 17.
When the Lord of the Rings came out, when
2005,
the Lord of the Rings started coming out, by far, I think the first one is the best.
First one.
And that one got the least amount of Academy Awards. And I remember just being, even a young guy, being like, okay, like in the first one, Legolas's epic Legolas moment was when he took out like 8 orcs. He just took out 8 orcs. He's just standing still, just hammering down orcs. To hammering them out. And I was like, that was badass. And then in the second one, they're just like, oh, we need. Well, so what I liked about the first Lord of the Rings is there was actual tension. The heroes were in danger. Like when they're locked in that room and they close the doors and all the fucking orcs are coming through. Like when they first bust through the door, it's like almost white noise because there's so much chaoticness happening. It's hardcore. There's no comedic relief at all. Like there's none at all. It's just all hardcore intensity. Like all these guys might die. It's fucking intense.
Gimli, who later became like a comedian,
just the joke character.
He was not cracking any jokes. In the first movie when they were in the mines of Moria. Like he was fucking swinging axes, killing motherfuckers, but he wasn't cracking jokes like
at all.
In all the other movies, in the second 2, he's killing orcs, but he's hitting him in the balls, and he's like, oh, 13, 14, 15, which actually that did happen in the books. But still, they made it over the top.
Yeah, no.
Did you have to hit him in the balls? You know what I mean?
And
really?
Then, and then they're like, okay, now let's
orcs have balls?
Then they're like, let's also have.
Sure they do.
Let's also have Legolas slide down the stairs with a shield. Yeah. Let's have him flip over the horse all fucking crazy. Down the stairs with the shield was that was already crossing the line just a little bit. The horse thing just outright pissed me off, even in theaters.
The shield should have.
The third one.
By the third one, where he takes out that giant elephant by himself.
Yeah.
I wanted to punch somebody.
Garrett, it's elephant.
I wanted to punch somebody. I was like, that's retarded. Like, you're ruining the movie now. There's no actual tension.
Slides down the trunk.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and so I was just like, what the fuck?
Stupid.
And so that was my least favorite part of the movie, but goddamn silly America. They're just like, oh, it was the best
Dude,
part.
14 Academy Awards.
It was 12 or something.
Whatever, I don't know.
But yeah, the first one got like 6 Academy Awards, 7 got like 9, and then the third one got like 12.
Yep.
And I was just like,
Did comedic relief
one was
just,
the best.
Did comedic relief just fucking pull 6 more Academy Awards out of their ass? Because it seems like that's the only comedic relief and more CGI.
There's storyboard. They've got a board in the writers' room, and they're just like jokes,
jokes,
CGI
times a million. Yeah, CGI plus jokes equals 6 more Academy Awards. But the ending of the first one is awesome. It's the ending of the first one is basically just fucking Aragorn against a buff motherfucking orc, 1-on-1, gritty action scene. And the ending of the third one is just giant CGI against giant CGI.
And Boromir dies.
And Boromir dies,
in like a really well done scene of fucking emotion.
Sean Bean
always dies.
Awesome.
He's so good at
I saw a funny meme. It's like, why does Sean Bean always die? It's just like, because Sean Bean always dies because his name ruptures the space-time continuum. His name should rhyme. It should rhyme. Sean Bean. It should rhyme, but it doesn't. So every movie he's ever in rips space-time continuum, and he has to die.
He loves it. He loves it, though, dude. He's like, yeah, dude, I love dying all the time because I die a different way. It's just
dude, how funny is just that meme of Sean Bean? One does not simply, you know what I mean? Like,
it gets abused, but it's a great meme.
There's some good ones, but
you forget about that meme, and then it comes back, and you're just like, God damn, it's good.
What was the best one, though? I can't remember. What was the best one design?
There's so many good ones.
So many of them.
Yeah.
I can't think of any.
They pull it out they pull. Yeah, every once in a while, Instagram throws a new one up. I'm like, damn.
You know what comes around every once in a while, like enough that it's still enjoyable, not too much to make it old. Is there's this video? Have you guys ever seen this? It's a dude. It's a black dude that matters. Telling a story to his friends about the most racist field trip he's ever been on.
No, I
Holy
have
shit,
not seen that.
video.
Oh my god. He's talking about this field trip. He's like, all right, it was like 5th grade, and we went to a fucking cotton field. So we get off the bus, and then I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be fun. We get to go out, we get to pick cotton, and they're like, yeah, man, just go out in the field. You can pick as much as you want. And my stupid ass went. And I was like, I thought we were gonna have fun. We're singing songs. Oh, dude, it's so good.
We're singing songs,
Video and
picking
send it
cotton.
to you. It's such a funny video. He just like nails it. But that's one where like it pops up every once in a while, but it's perfectly spaced where every time it's funny. It's not too
Well, the camera died, so we'll wrap this up. The Hobbit movie sucked. And my friend Adam did the most epic move of all time.
The most.
We were in Hong Kong.
I salute him.
for Christmas, and to this day I'm like, why am I not as strong as you? And that
I salute him.
Yeah, I salute
so
him
hard.
So we were in Hong Kong. We were in Hong Kong for Christmas. The third one is about to come out. We decided, all right, we're not missing this. Like we're clearly our Lord of the Rings fans.
Yeah.
And we didn't really like the first two either.
Yeah, we didn't like the first two Hobbits either.
But we're still like,
Do you want to do it? Just cut out on that.
it's all right. It's over. Bro.
Anyways, but we're just like, okay, let's watch the third one in
Theaters.
in theaters for midnight showing.
nice. Yeah.
So we get tickets in Hong Kong for like a 1 a.m. showing. We go. The beginning of the scene is when Smog destroys the whole lake town and then gets killed ultimately. And
Best part of the movie.
that's
Black
arguably, and I'm on that side of the argument, is the best part of that whole film. And my friend and I'm just like, okay, this movie, it's all right, it's good. I was not like at that moment of the movie, I wasn't like this movie sucks. I was just like, okay, it's not like great, but I'm still sticking with it.
Yeah.
My friend Adam, 20 minutes in, at a 1 o'clock showing that he already paid for, he's just like, I'm out of here. Fucking leaves.
And I remember he just walked out, and I was
By himself, like all of his friends are staying.
In
He's like,
fucking Hong
I'm out of
Kong.
here.
It's not like he can go
fucking-
home.
in the middle of the movie, I was like, "What are you gonna do?" He's like, "I'm not wasting my time with this shit." I was like, "It's 1:30. We're in Hong Kong. All your friends are staying. You're just gonna go back to the hostel and chill." And he's just like, "I'm not wasting my time. I'm fucking out." And I was like, "Dude, you're such a drama queen. It's not that bad." Like, and I'm thinking like it's
the
not
rest
good.
Of the movie just went.
Yeah, and it just got
like,
worse.
so down. By
and
the
worse.
by the end of the movie, I was so angry. I was like actually physically mad. I think before I went to bed, it's like 4 a.m. by the time we get home. Yeah. I actually wrote out like a huge essay on Facebook on why that movie sucked so bad before I went to bed.
Yeah,
So
I remember
to get that shit out
Garrett and
of
I
your
were like, because Brian, my friend Brian, he saw it, and we're like, should we see it? He's like, yeah, you'll like it. We should see it, blah, blah, blah. We didn't have anything
Had
else
he
to
seen
do.
it?
Yeah, he had already saw it.
Oh.
So I'm sitting next to Brian, and I'm sitting next to Adam. Adam leaves. I'm just like, well, you're a drama queen. It's not that bad. I'm thinking it is pretty bad, though. And then Brian
It's just
just
the beginning. It's the first 20 minutes.
yeah, and then of like a 3-hour-long movie, and then Brian falls asleep, and I'm like, well, he already saw it again. He already saw it,
Just us.
and it's just me and Garrett, and I'm just like, I'm thinking, I'm watching this movie, and like there are some scenes that just cause me physical pain. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? And then Brian, he'll like wake up and be like, oh, you're like really mad. He's like, wow, you're like really pissed off right now. I'm like, that's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
We're still in the movie.
Like when
We're like hushed tone, like this is fucking retarded.
like when Legolas runs on the rocks, I couldn't help myself. I'm like, that's not possible. Like, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, Legolas. You can't just run on stones that are in free fall.
Why are you in the movie? I mean,
I was just, oh, it was so bad. So bad. And then when the fucking at the ending when he's under the ice, it's like, and he wakes up, and he wakes up,
And roll credits, please.
He's not dead.
Please roll credits,
And super more like you thought the battle was over. Super more drawn out CGI battle with a fucking orc that's not dead. He's gonna pop out of that fucking ice. It just pops out. Oh, he popped out of the ice.
Dude, I went home so pissed.
Oh,
I
so
went
bad.
home so angry. And I just remember I posted this message on Facebook, and I was like, okay, I think everyone will take my side in this argument. I was like, there's no living human that could think that movie was good. And sure enough, a bunch of my hometown friends were like, I thought it was awesome. And I'm just like, who's paying you to say that? Like I just
Garrett's like, how much is Peter Jackson paying you to say that? How much is he sending you?
You guys are
money?
getting checks from Peter Jackson.
Peter
and
Jackson
fucking
personally is
Waterworld.
sending you money. How much? Fucking
I was
terrible
so angry.
movie.
I was so angry.
Dude.
All right, guys, we gotta wrap it up. All right, so that was the cinema and story. It was Sticks and Cinemas fucking podcast.
Cinema is stories. Sticks
We
and
talked
stories.
about movies for like 2 hours,
Yeah.
but let us not forget Waterworld is the best movie in the world. So
Let you not forget.
Yeah.
Waterworld 2 coming out soon.
Waterworld 2.
Crowdfunding on Sticks and Stories Instagram.
All right, guys, it's been a long journey. Go check out Waterworld. Peace.